Welcome, everybody. Let's get started with recap. We have. I apologize ahead of time. Sorry, Maddie, I'm stepping on you here, but this is going to be interesting to see. I have a lot of things that I have to keep track of here. I'm going to try and remember everything. Going to try and pull everything off, but we'll see how it goes. I've never run a session like this before, obviously, so we'll see what happens.
All right. So, let's see. The notes I have is Maddie lets in Joan Jett, who is a broad-shouldered drow. Right after that, Malin actually stops breathing. And then we have a scene of her essentially thousands of insects and a black sludge-like substance rushes out of her before retreating back in. Her elbows and joints are reversed to resemble mantis-like features. Her skin color is actually drained to be like gray now, like a neutral gray. And the swords that she had previously on that weapon actually was split, and then now are embedded in her forearms. Afterwards, Joan Jett lights a fatty and hires the Eternal Vanguard for 1,000 gold pieces as roadies. Drew confesses their love and sleeps with Malin and Maddie. The next day, some of us are healed of that Fey fever, but some of us continue to have it, myself included. We get a few additional things for the party, just various things like blacksmith and a couple of other things as well. We are able to identify the items found before. Ellie got a book that was the Lore Hold Primer. Morn got the Bracers of Defense and gave those to Ellie. And then Maddie got a necklace of Fireball. Argus actually reshapes himself into infiltrator mode, which is more like a slick armor or a sleek armor with a purple hue to it. When we're heading over, we actually see that the egg of the King Moon is out, but the glow for it's brighter than we've ever seen. And looking at the notes before, it's a holy bastion for the heavens by the Trinity Church, but its glow shines differently on every single inhabitant of the land. Some may even see no light at all, while the rare occasion, sometimes we find it blinding or even maddening. We arrive at the party and have to sign an agreement that says basically we're going to behave. Some of us sign our real names and some of us don't. We're supposed to not have any weapons at the party, so Malin and Smalls, that's something to keep in mind. Joan gives us a boon called Seeming that's going to get active only for the first round. And as she's introducing us to her bandmates there, Polly actually arrives looking straight like Xerxes from 300. And I think that's where we ended.
Yes.
Yes. Really quick, I think Ellie did lesser restoration on Maddie and Monica. So Maddie doesn't have Fey fever anymore.
That's not what we were told, unfortunately. I think we still have the effects after the fact, or we got it again, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, Lesser Restoration does take it away, so I think you had enough spell slots to cast it twice. Monroe had Lay on Hands after a long rest. So, yeah, I'm not sure who all still has it, but you all had figured out that you could, take it away. So, we'll figure that out later. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add to the recap? Okay. I'm just going to recap on a few notes here, okay? On your way there, I'm going to retcon a little bit. Joan Jett actually met you guys before you got to the main gates of Polly's place. Met up with you, her band. She introduced all of them. There's Do Re Mi. There's Fasola. There's Tito. There's the one is a goblin. One is an Aarakocra. The other is an auto gnome with like long spindly arms and really weird out of proportions. Kind of looks like a robot Slash. I did post some art previously in one of the other chats. So if you guys want to recap on that later. But yeah, she gave you guys, noticing that Smalls, you are not able to be separated from your axe ever. It is a singular part of you. It refuses to be ripped away. Because if you think back when you first got it, Morb had tried to take it away from you, fearing that it was a cursed object, and literally your blood yanked it back into your hand. It refuses to be separated. So you cannot be disarmed, essentially. Same with Malin, with the situation that went down back in the warehouse. her transformation, her double-bladed scimitar has broken apart and fixated itself to her newly morphed and transformed arms, and the blades extend out her elbows and down her arms, kind of Baraka style. But she cannot be disarmed. They are a permanent fixture of herself. So that creates problems when you're going to be going into a party where the invitation says no weapons allowed. So Joan, fearing that she's not going to have the help that she needs, is willing to bend the rules a little bit and gave you guys a casting of a spell called Seeming. It's a very powerful illusion magic that only lasts a certain amount of time, which, for the sake of this party, for this session, it's going to last through the first round of the party only. After that, you're going to either need to cast a different spell to try and conceal yourself and hide your weapons, or you're going to have to stay with the band and assist with the band, because as a roadie, you could be back behind the stage and not part of the public eye, so you can kind of have your weapon back there relatively unaccosted. But you're going to have to think that out. So Malin and Matt, everybody has that opportunity of seeming if they want to jazz up their outfit a little bit for the first round. Go for it, but specifically this is geared towards more Malin and Smalls to hide your weapons and get you guys in. Outside the gates, of course, the Barons. You guys saw this, this magnificent appointed gate that has the name, the word Poly written across it in Greek lettering style. You took note that there are not only these gold armored knights, the local military, like the elite knights that are outside this place, but there's also mercenaries from what you guys recognize as the Crown Coterie Mercenary Guild, a very, very famous and powerful guild, mostly based here locally in Triniborg, but they are primarily, their reputation is working for the rich and powerful. They have very expensive gear, very expensive weapons, very flashy. They have a style all unto themselves. But as you guys went inside, you guys got the kind of the lay of the land. You guys arrived a little bit early, so that way Joan Jett and the band could get set up. Entering the manor, you recognize, of course, this place. The magic of this place has not waned. In fact, it is completely overhauled for the sake of this party. You're moving past those beautifully maintained gardens and hedges. Once again, you're mingling among dozens, perhaps over 100 of the most ridiculously beautiful people walking in these extravagant bathing suits that are borderline somewhere in between lingerie and ballroom attire for beachfront. They're putting it all on display here. And there's dozens of these servants of all genders, mostly humans and elves, you take note. But they're moving about. They're all scantily clad, adorned in nothing but gold paint, or some of them. They're carrying these trays that are topped with these little shooter drinks, small caviar crackers, and what appears to be various pills and gummy-like items. The pool, you beheld this magnificently enchanted set of pools outside of the manor. They're made to look like this incredible oceanside resort, complete with incredible waterfalls. You can smell the salt of the ocean. There's all these gondolas for relaxing and pergolas for food and drink. You sense, and there's perhaps almost an urge for debauchery outside here. It's like unchecked magic is at work here, giving you the sensation that anything goes out here. What that means is you feel that all magic is probably permitted around the pool. So socialize, show off, if you dare. Inside, you walk through the casino, probably the only calm and quiet place in the entire party. Soft, shining light that's resplendent on these hardwood bars. Working about half a dozen bartenders and just rows upon shelves of fine booze, red velvet floor with gold filigree. There's this fine art, nude marble statues all around, and various tables for throwing dice, the inaudible gentle tossing of cards, clack of roulette wheels, and just the undeniable jingle of so much gold. Final stop on your way through was the dance hall. It's completely different. As you pass from one section or another through this party, it's almost like you're passing through the wall of a bubble. It's like this slight shimmer as you pass through, and the light completely changes in the dance hall. You are bathed in this magical neon purple and blue light, this grand club that has a multi-tiered stage that could host any number of performers. But there's a small army of what looks like this ghostly dancers and acrobats all about this place, like a real Cirque du Soleil type thing. And they're just alive with movement to the bardic beats and the thrums and the music in the air. You guys did an Arcana check and revealed that all of these performers are acts of illusion magic. They're not real people, which some of you know, like just rudimentary magic, like the casting of something like a major illusion like this, just to have one person displayed is a pretty decent act of middle ground magic, and you're seeing dozens upon dozens of them. So the magic in this place is no joke, and to maintain it simply for the sake of entertainment for the rich and powerful, it boggles most of your minds. But as you guys were getting set up with the band, the party started kicking off in earnest, and to the sound of trumpets and the crack of what sounded like a spell-produced thunder and explosions of fireworks and confetti, people started shouting, "Polly, Polly, Polly!" And it's coming down, Xerxes style, sporting the skimpiest imaginable Speedo with this like diamond gilded codpiece and open, but he's covered in this like thin, almost transparent, silk flowing robe. Like the guy is the most Instagram ridiculous of looks, pure vanity muscle, nothing practical. The guy's all looks, and in that ridiculously mildly effeminate and pompous of tones that you guys remember when you first delivered the princess to this place. He announces to all of you, "My darlings, my toys, precious, delicate, delicious morsels, deny yourselves nothing and permit me everything. Let us embrace together the future of the House de Samedi." And as soon as he says the House de Samedi, there's an audible pause and like a couple coughs and murmurs, and he kind of does this thing where he corrects himself and, gritting through his teeth, announces, "House de Samedi Rex." And we are back. Is there anything anybody else wants to say or do? All right.
Am I on mute?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Are we gonna get to see everybody else's costumes? Because I know we did hold off. We didn't reveal everyone's costumes.
That is the next part here.
Yes.
Yes. Basically, party is fully underway here. As you all kind of gather up and you guys begin like splintering off to your own, like wherever you want to go in this party. You've got a lay of the land. Okay. There's 3 different sections of this party. There are other parts of the house, obviously, you probably haven't seen, but it's pretty obvious that it's restricted and you're meant to kind of stay at either the pool, the casino, or the club, the dance hall. But let's see what happens. But you all kind of start gathering up, and here we go. Pull together. That's I'm going to permit you all time, and you're going to be able to describe exactly what you want or exactly how you want to go through with your costume display. So, who wants to kick us off? So here's how we're going to do this. You guys kick it off, describe your costume, share your art, your descriptions, and then tell me where you would like to begin the party, either at the pool, the casino, or the dance hall. And I will explain a couple more rules as we go through.
Okay, so are we switching who's with the band then?
If you want to decide who, 2 of you need to be with the band at all times in order to help out. Oh. God damn. Hang on, did we lose this, Mark?
I got you now. That was weird. I had like a solid 15 seconds of straight dead. Like no talking, no anything.
Okay. I can't hear the music or anything, so I'm not sure if it's cutting people out or not.
I've got it light in the background, but yeah, it was just weird. Even the chat, like the pictures that everybody's throwing up on the chat, I couldn't see. It was just, I wasn't sure if it was me or what.
There, I just turned it up some more so I can hear it now. All right.
All right, so I think Ellie and Argus are with the band.
Okay, you guys are going to stay with the band?
Yes, that is
For the
correct.
It's only 2 people and not 3.
It's 2 people. Yeah, it's a minimum of 2 people need to be helping the band at all times, but more can help.
Got it.
So, you guys want me to explain the rules of the band real quick before you guys decide on who all is going?
Yes.
Okay.
Recap.
Yes, recapping some of the rules here. There's other things that can go on at all different parts of the party. Think of the pool area as kind of a role play spot. There's a lot of people you can probably talk to, or if you want to socialize, pool's going to be the best place to do it. There's no restrictions there on magic. it's gonna be wild out there. The casino obviously has gambling, but it's far more reserved and quiet. And then the dance hall is a place to, obviously it's also designed for role play. There's some other stuff that might be going on there, but it's a place where you need to be, at least two of you need to be helping out the band. Every round you're going to have to roll something. I will roll for the band, and then each of you gets to add to the total score using, so at least two players should be helping the band through the evening at each of the social intervals. There are 3 rounds basically to the party. So 2 people need to be helping each round. Same members do not have to participate each time. You can mix it up, okay? Rolls can be made to help the band. Use any skill that you want. You just have to be able to explain and justify how you're using it. So, doesn't matter. So, ranks of 10, 15, and 20 determine your personal success and how the band sees you, how the audience and stuff see you, depending on what you're doing. But it's the totals of all of you together that determine the success of the band. So a 20 or less, you're going to lose the crowd. The band's not performing well. On a 21 to a 49, that is considered a success. On a 50 or more, that's considered a rousing success. If you get a 2/3 rousing success out of the party, you possibly might get a bonus for helping the band really, really well. Okay? Example, you can use like athletics to move amps and do stage work, acrobatics to dance to the music and get the crowd all hyped up. You can use performance to do the same, jazz up the music or help perform alongside them. Go be creative with your abilities is what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so Argus and Ellie is going to help the band for the first round.
Got it.
So
Ellie's
Argus,
gonna.
yeah, Ellie, why don't you kick us off, Ellie, with your description?
Yeah, so Ellie's gonna walk up to Joan and say, "Hey, Argus and I are here to help you with this first session. What would you like us to do?"
Honey, I got too many things here to tell you how to do your job. All right.
Well,
I need you to figure it out.
Do you want me to introduce the band, or just do some card tricks, or?
Surprise me, honey. I got to go to work. Okay, you do you. I hired you for a reason. Come on.
Got it.
She's extremely nervous and frantic. So asking her to like direct you is probably not going to be the best thing to.
Okay. So, Argus, what would you like to do?
Well, it seems like we need to get the equipment set into place first before they can perform. So making sure that is all set up properly is probably what we should do first.
All right. So, Joan, what can we help you set up? We're here to help you in any way you can. What pieces do you need set up for the band?
Ellie, honey, make yourself useful. Go figure it out. She's like frantically going through her music. So basically decide what skills you want to use to help the band. Okay? That's like they're doing their thing. They hired you to kind of like be roadies, move stuff around. You need to be creative with your skills here. Do you want to use athletics to move amps around and get stuff into position, help move instruments? Do you want to use acrobatics and jazz up the crowd? You decide what you want to do. She's not going to tell you.
All right. So Ellie's going to walk to the microphone at the on the stage and just welcome everybody and introduce Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and just want to give a warm welcome to them.
Sherry, what are you doing? What skill?
I grab hold of the mic.
Yes, I know, but what skill? What do you? It's like you're using a skill. You're using spells. What do you want to do to jazz this up, or what are you doing to help?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna pick someone from the audience and bring them up to the stage and do some card tricks with them.
Okay. Are you
Can
using?
I get a volunteer?
Yeah, there's a couple of eager dancers and stuff like that. People are getting a little hyped up and ready to get the party kicked off. Somebody comes up, little pretty gnomish girl comes up. She's dolled up, her hair's full of braids, but yeah, she comes up and she's really eager and excited. What are you doing?
Hey, honey, you look adorable. Let's do some card tricks. Do you like card tricks?
Gary,
all right.
What are you doing?
I was doing a card trick. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, but performance, sleight of hand. We have a lot of stuff to get through.
Sorry,
okay.
sleight of
Roll
hand.
it.
Roll it.
Okay.
Nat 20. So for
Oh.
28.
28. Damn, let's kick this thing off strong. Bring it. Okay. Describe your card trick on a 28. Go nuts. What are you doing here with this? That is an incredible display. But yeah, go for it.
Ellie's, yeah. So she's shuffling the cards, flipping them in the air, doing all these tricks, and she says, pick a card. So the gnome picks a card, and she shuffles through the deck, flips the cards up, juggles, and then said, is this your card? After all that, she picks the correct card.
Beautiful. No, her eyes, the little gnomish woman, her eyes light up. It's like incredible. The crowd is like oohing and awing, and you got Joan Jett starting to strum and get everything going, and she's like, she gives you a big thumbs up, and her eyes get real wide. Crowd's starting to get hyped up. They start strumming away with one of their first sets. Argus, what are you doing?
So I need to first verify, how high is the roof?
Say it's about 4 stories tall. You're in a big ass like amphitheater
Awesome.
type
So
room.
pyrotechnics is fully acceptable then.
Yes, you get the impression that even that you'd be pretty safe doing stuff like that.
100%. So as they take the stage, I'm gonna roll performance and use pyro converger to
Okay.
fire up in the sky like you would front end fireworks.
Oh shit. Okay. Roll your performance at advantage.
I believe I got to do that anyways because of the cook feat. Because
Okay. If you get advantage from the cook feat, then go ahead and add a.
well,
Do you have advantage already?
I don't think I'm going to double check that, but it's a dirty 20 on what I have.
Well, let's okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage then. Let's move it through.
That was at the advantage.
Okay. So beautiful. So a dirty 20.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I rolled a 4 for the band. So that pushes you guys over 50 for the first round. They begin their first set. They are strumming it out. The band, as Joan Jett kind of kicks it off, they are kind of a twist of like this rhythmic and jazzy kind of a metal twist. They have like it seems like every one of these band members is like takes a different turn at being the front man here and leading different songs. But a lot of their music is very metal based. But they have a lot of different, like, there's no single genre that's sticking them to other than, kind of a dance metal, rock kind of band is what they're going for. But crowd kicks off. You have nailed this thing, kick the party off in earnest. Crowd goes wild. There's parties kicking off, or dances kicking off in the middle, and boom. So Argus and Ellie, you've helped the band out. Who wants to go next?
Morn is going to the poolside.
All right, Morn is going to the pool. What are you looking
Rue
like,
is
Morn?
also going to the pool.
Okay, one at a time. So, Morn, are you going to show your art or do anything else or describe how you're looking?
Oh, I presented last time, but as a recap, I am in my nice little jester's uniform, handpicked especially for me, with some red and checkered up browns and nice, and I'm very sprightly. And in my sprightiness, I'm going to go around the dance hall, going to, with this song, my goodness gracious. I'm going to prestidigitate some flames on my hands a little bit to like stir up the direction, just like Argus was doing its fireworks. I'd be like, "Hey guys, this is a swinging party." Let me see.
And you're doing that before you leave the dance hall and you head over to as you're heading to the pool?
Yeah.
Cool.
My goal is to attract actually the flames are gonna crackle with like electric lightning pulse energy that you'll see a glimpse of glow of my blue heart at the same time, just like some mix of color.
Okay.
And see if I can attract attention by going, any other champions here? Because I know I'm one of them.
Oh,
I think I'm the only champion around here.
Okay. Roll me a performance real quick for all of that, and then roll me a perception on top of it. Drew, while we wait for those rolls, Drew, go ahead and introduce, if you want to display your art. You said you're headed to the pool too?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So when everybody first walks in, they're still wearing their robe. Where did my pictures go? And then once they get to the pool, they're going to take that off. So Drew is wearing a silk dressing gown, lots of pearls, lots of beads, lots of sparkles. He did his makeup. And then once they actually get to the pool, they're going to take the robe part off. I posted the pictures.
All of his glory.
Yep.
Okay, you doing anything on your way out to the pool, or are you just kind of making your way out there?
No, just looking around. I'm looking for anybody interesting, familiar.
Okay, roll me a perception real quick.
Okay.
If you're looking for anybody specific, it would be so. Same with anybody. If you're going to look for somebody specific in a room, it would be investigation. If you're just kind of scanning and checking out who was all there, see if you recognize anybody, be perception.
My rolls were 18 performance and 9 perception.
Okay. On an 18, you've got a whole gaggle of people, guys, gals, everything in between. They're all kind of coming up to your performance and oohing and awing at the lighting and the flame, believing that you're some kind of part of the entertainment and everything like that. You're getting a small gathering of people that are kind of enjoying your performance. And as soon as you shout out any champions about, I feel like I'm the only champion. On your perception check, not really anybody really paying a whole lot of attention to you. It's like everybody's starting to get liquored up. They get their drugs flowing. Nobody's really paying attention to an announcement like that. But yeah, you definitely make your way out to the pool with a little bit of an ensemble. Same for you, Drew. On a 10 perception, you do notice as you guys head out to the pool, though, on those, since you already made it, you do notice that there are a couple faces out here that you do recognize. Particularly, Drew, you recognize that Major Domo Logain is here. That military mayor of the Den back in Opus Day, where you guys fought all the bugs. That gnomish, pompous little military leader that came out with his magnificent mustache and claymore sword. Well, it's a long sword. He is a gnome, so. But to him, it's a claymore. He is here. And he's done up, and he's actually done up in his finery for his mercenary company. He is one of the leaders of the Crown Coterie. And he's not exactly on display for anything in terms of a pool party, but he is definitely here in some of his finest finery and enjoying himself. Can't quite tell if he's on duty or if he's just putting on the show if he's not one for bathing suits. Monroe, you recognize somebody here that is, it's Bebe. It's that enigmatic bartender, the guy that ran the bar back in Opus Day, where you guys picked a fight with Captain Jormungandr, and he came through, the guy that cut off Maddie's fingers, and politely requested all of you to immediately leave his bar following. He's here. And he is definitely done up, and there's kind of a get-up that's pretty close to Polly's look. He's letting it all hang out. Both of you combined, though, you notice that there's a lot of little cliques and congregations out here. There is one rather large group over on the far side. It seems to be like a private gondola over there. There's a lot of people kind of gathered around it, far more than anybody else, and you can kind of hear different music coming from there. But other than that, is that your introductions so far? Anything else? This is just introductions so far, guys.
Yeah, that's
it for me.
All right. Who's next?
I swapped over to my phone, so I can go next if it's working okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I think actually Malin and I are going to come in together, although we have masks on, so you guys don't know it's us, okay? Um, so I'll go do my description for mine is the insatiable temptations, and I'm gonna have my wings out actually on display, but they're gonna be kind of like fake blood on them, and then I'm gonna have chains up on them as well, and chains on my body too, as if I'm like a slave. So like a temptation that you can't actually have since it's such a taboo to have that type of stuff. And here is the very highly sexual bondage photo inside there.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Malin to let her do her description.
He. Okay. Shortly after he goes walking through, I'm actually gonna walk up behind him. Where? Hold on, I'm pulling up the picture.
Of course, with the song in the background.
So with the we have like matching black and white scenes. Thank you, sir. With small little gold around. But we stick close by each other. And I believe we'll be heading towards the pool as well.
Both going to the pool?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the pool, making an entrance.
Alrighty. What are you doing to make an entrance?
I think the song speaks for itself, how badass it looks when we're through.
Any rolls? Anything you want to do?
I would like to do a perception just to see if the people that I would recognize.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception. Maddie, you doing anything?
Yeah, since the magic is allowed out here, I'll actually do prestidigitation, and I'm gonna make the temperature drop. Like it gets kind of chilly when we come through, as if everyone starts getting the goosebumps and the shivers.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
19 for the perception. Okay. Maddie, give me a performance just for fun.
You got it.
For you, Malin, on a 19 perception, you recognize a couple of the same people. You know Bebe, you know Major Domo Logain, you had seen these people before. You also see that there is a small, they're not quite a goblin, they're not quite an elf, but something kind of weirdly in between. But they kind of have a little cadre of like military folk around them. They're kind of congregated off to one side. They are done up in they kind of have like a poolside thing going on, but they have like a weird military like vest that has a bunch of like embroidered gold and black onyx buttons on it. But they have a very serious look about their face. But they are here. People are bringing them drinks, and they're kind of like waving them off, like disinterested in it. But there seems Major Domo Logain is also over with this person communicating. You also take note that there is a large gathering on the far end of the pool area there around one of the bigger gondolas, and you can also hear music strumming from the inside. You can't see who's playing. You'll have to get closer and check it out, but there's definitely some good different type of metal. It's got like a more heartier beat, like somebody's playing a really like a really big bass in there, but it is strumming away, and somebody's putting on a show.
Okay.
What'd you get, Maddie?
I rolled a 3.
3. On a 3 between the two of you, if what you're doing, a lot of people are giving you odd looks and glances, like they are intrigued, but this is a display that they have not seen before. So it's almost like on a 3, you get the impression that they are. Are you talking, Monica?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, with the thing that we have, since we are able to re-roll up to 3 rolls, right?
Yes, you are.
Would
I think
that
everybody,
be one of the ones that we can re-roll?
you can use it for whatever you want to do. It's your choice, but you can only use it 3 times for those that bought the most expensive outfits.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass Malin, so let's give this one more try. I'll use one. Performance?
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
Malin, if you want to use one of yours to give him advantage, you absolutely could. I'll let you kind of play around with that if you're going to team up.
I will.
Okay. Performance with advantage.
And this is not working out. Okay, I rolled a 3, a 3, and a 2. So I know.
Even with the...
Oh god.
Okay. Okay, you have used one use of your extravagant outfit rerolls, so make sure you guys keep note of that. Keep track of that personally, okay? But on a 3, no better than that. You're definitely attracting attention, but just by the kind of attention you are getting, it's more along the lines of like somebody going into a freak show and like oh whoa wait, it's like oh look at the it's attention, but it's definitely not positive attention. Anything else?
I'm gonna quit while we're behind.
Okay.
I do want to make my way towards the gondola with the
Okay.
loud music.
Okay, we'll come back around to that. These are just the introductions for right now.
Mhm.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess I'll totally take a swing at that.
Okay.
So Quinn's
Jesus.
gonna walk in. She used her seeming. What she used it for is to get like an aura, not necessarily an aura of light, but kind of like an aura of darkness. So it accentuates her features, makes her look slightly more elegant. It gives her like an after shadow, so when she walks, like it attracts everyone's attention, like almost like when you see something out of the corner of your eye. But every movement she makes gives that appearance.
Okay.
Upon walking in, I'm gonna go to the pool. Since magic is allowed, I'm going to use my spell Veil of Dusk.
Okay.
Which cloaks a figure in shadows and gives +1 AC. But what I'm going to use it for is any jewelry I have. It's going to deepen the shadows around the edges of the jewelry, so everything seems to lighten up a bit more in terms of where the light hits it and sparkles. So this is going to attract every notice to my bubblegum pink hair, and as well as all of the blessings that my goddess has given me as I casually walk into this pool.
Okay. For use of the spell, I can either give you advantage. Yeah, we'll give advantage this time on your. Let's do a performance check.
Performance check? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Advantage. I can roll 2 dice. Sorry, I didn't get my dice out earlier. There we go. It looks like +1. I've got a 19.
19. Okay. On a 19, I'm gonna let you kind of. On a 19, as you are walking through and you are displaying this magic, are you all eyes all of a sudden in the immediate vicinity definitely shift? Like a couple people that were over with Monroe for a half second, like one of them actually leaves Monroe's group and starts coming over to you because you beat the roll by 1. But you do draw a lot of the negative attention away from Malin and Maddie as everybody comes over and starts admiring your outfit. They start talking to you, asking your name. You definitely have a small gathering of about 7-8 people here that are coming over and definitely congregating around you. You have drawn a lot of attention.
Perfect. Can I? Well, no, we only get the 1 roll. All right. That'll.
Yeah, save any other ideas that you want to do for like around the pool. We'll come back to that when we get actually into the throes of the first round. This is just introductions.
Okay. Sounds good. Then I'll take it.
Cool. Who's next? I think we
About
have...
1 to 2 steps behind Quinn would be Smalls, keeping an eye on her.
Okay.
So Smalls is going to again stay just 1 to 2 steps behind Quinn, making sure that he is watching after her because, well, last time she wandered off and got kidnapped, so he wasn't exactly thrilled with that. But he is going to walk in, and just a second, I'm loading the photo here. Damn it. Working on getting a photo. Maybe. If I can be smarter than the app. No, just trying to figure out this stupid app. There we go.
This would be Small's song. Nice and pretty behind Gwen.
Smalls is gonna be wearing basically nothing. He bought the lowest of the low for himself, so it is essentially like a cape that barely covers his shoulders and essentially a loincloth as he walks in, keeping about, again, 1 to 2 steps behind Quinn, and he is going to be scanning for any kind of threats, any kind of somebody that he knows, anything that might stand out of the norm to him. So I'm going to request a roll perception for that one.
Okay. I'll give you a free roll of perception to check everything out. You're hanging out with Quinn, making sure nothing happens to her. Are you kind of like being a bodyguard, so to speak? Like, are you trying to give the impression that you are her bodyguard?
No, not trying to basically give that impression of being a bodyguard.
Okay.
But definitely, you could tell that he is there with her.
Okay.
Just not with her, if that makes sense. Like, they're not. She's in front of him. He's not necessarily a bodyguard, but he's definitely just a step or two behind her, possibly like a friend's, and he's just keeping an eye on everything.
Okay.
And that perception check was 15.
15. All right. So we're going to settle this real quick. As part of, if you're walking with Quinn, you're not trying to act as a bodyguard. You're not putting off any kind of intimidation vibes or anything like that. You are basically getting the amount of attention that she is. You're a duo here. Like, people are coming up, they're touching you, they're admiring your physical self. Like, you're getting a lot of hands and paws and people messing with your costume, asking who you are, asking all these questions. You're mingling. You are in a very, very social, friendly setting. So just putting that out there for Smalls and how he might react to a situation like that. On a 15 for your perception check, though, roll back over here, you recognize some of the same faces out here. Major Domo Logain, Bebe. The person that I mentioned earlier, though, the person that's not quite a goblin, not quite an elf, something weird kind of in between, you definitely recognize because you're the only person that's met them out of this group. That is Schutzstaffel. That is the father, quote-unquote, of the military academy that is housing your son. That you had a conversation with him in his office when he told you he'll give you your son back for 5,000 gold. That's when you reunited with Reinhardt back from your team. That's who that is. They are mingling over. They are mingling over with other military, other folks that are definitely done up in a more less extravagant style, far more reserved, but at the same time putting on a display of wealth and power far more than they are debauchery and display.
Smalls is definitely going to keep an eye on, and I'm going to fuck up his name all the time, so I'm just going to call him the father. He's going to keep an eye on him, but with all of the attention that Quinn is attracting and the fact that she was literally just kidnapped and tortured, he's going to stick with Quinn.
Okay. All right. Have we gone through everybody? Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not missing anybody, right?
We did it.
Okay. With that, everybody primarily has decided to kind of mingle over at the pool. So we're going to kick off. We're going to just settle over things on the dance hall real quick. Argus, Ellie, is there anything you two were doing over in the dance hall? You guys kind of have the place to yourselves here. There is a big crowd in here. Like I said, the party is now in full swing. The illusionary dancers are going and they are moving up above. The lights are going. Go nuts. What do you want to do in here? Are you checking things out? I mean, you are helping with the band, so you're going to be pretty limited on what you can do. But is there anything, did you want to check things out?
Well, Ellie wants to do a perception check.
Cool.
Get over there.
Argus, you doing anything?
I feel like Argus would just be actually doing his job since he wasn't part of the original crew invited to the party itself.
Okay.
So he's going to be very roadie-like and kind of up the band's ass, making sure their needs are met.
Beautiful.
All right, I rolled a 15.
15 on a 15, not too bad. You take note that there's a couple people in here that you recognize. Well, actually, there's only one in here that you would personally recognize. Off on the side, dancing with his wife, is actually Burgermeister Swole Bunyan, the mayor of the logging town that you guys went to and you competed in the local festival. He's
Ellie wouldn't know him.
Oh, that's true. You wouldn't recognize him. Well, you take note that there is a blue-skinned, red-haired individual over there. They're furbolgs and dancing with what appears to be another furbolg, enjoying themselves immensely over there. You take note that there seems to be somebody over in the corner of the dance hall that has set up a kind of like it's almost like a mysticism display. They are a pale skin, dark raven hair, beautiful young, maybe elven from this distance. You can't really tell, but she has a guitar that kind of looks like an axe strapped to her back, and she has this like viewing pool type thing with like a crystal ball floating in the center of it. And there's a small gathering of people that are over. It looks like she's doing some kind of like mysticism, telling fortunes, crystal ball, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have met her.
Nope, this is people that you would have this is people that you're noticing on a 15.
That I see.
Since you and Argus are the only one here, I'm gonna give you an idea of who's all here. You don't know their names. There is another person that is kind of back off in the edge of this. It looks like they're up on a second level. It looks to be kind of like a VIP red velvet rope coordinated off area. There's only a small handful of people, but there are very, very imposing bodyguards or guards of some type posted at both of the small stairwell entrances that leads up to the top. As on a 15, you get a pretty decent look here. They're not exactly trying to hide themselves, but this person kind of looks like Polly, only a little older, a little more rugged, and they have intense glowing orange eyes. And they have kind of a they're not dreadlocks, but they're kind of the short dreadlock hair that has these fiery orange red glowing tips to it.
Okay.
And sitting next to him and kind of like with its head over his shoulder is this like pitch black ashy. It's not a wolf, it's not a dog, it almost looks like a large fox.
Okay.
On a 15, that's kind of the people that's the attention that you can kind of gauge on like people that have got a crowd gathered around them.
Alrighty. So do I so I just keep that to myself since it's my own perception, or
You can tell it to Argus. You guys are helping with the band, so
yeah, pretty much helping set up. But as I walk by the stage, that's when I perceive this, and just kind of helping Argus. I mentioned, hey, check out these people.
Okay. Argus, you up to anything?
In passing, what would it be to just kind of take a mental note of these people to see if the other party members may know of them later on? More so.
But yeah, if you're sharing if Ellie's sharing the information with you, you could definitely pass it along and like, hey, like I noticed these people, no problem.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to them later, probably.
Because you would recognize Burgermeister Swole Bunyan and his wife. You met them.
Yes, that was when we were lost in the Feywild. Yeah.
That was before you guys got lost in the Feywild. It was back in the logging town of Roost, where you guys participated in the festival to capture the cockatrice or steal the egg from the cockatrice and the logging competition, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, that was the first time Argus was involved in combat with the party. So yes.
Yeah, you would recognize them.
Okay.
All right.
Side note, DM, does Ellie and Argus still need to tell us what they look like?
Ellie, I think you introduced yourself. Argus, I don't think you did. Ellie, did you introduce your look and stuff?
Whoops.
Yeah, apologies. I don't think we gave you an opportunity for your introductions. You just jumped straight into helping the band.
Let's see. How do I copy that?
If you want, I can post it. I think I have it.
Okay.
This one, right?
Yeah, it's the one up
Yes.
here.
Yep. That's what I look like.
Beautiful. Argus, did you have anything?
I didn't have art. I was just in a simple sarong. I got busy running with work and everything.
All right. Since you guys are helping the band, you guys have got this is kind of what you're dedicated to for this first round. So we'll shift back over to the pool side. All right. Shifting back over to everybody. You guys got kind of the lay of the land. A couple of you are grouped up. Go nuts. What are you doing? What's happening at the pool?
Okay, I guess I will hop in. Is it, since it was introductions, is it okay if we start at the pool and just go to another section? Or are we stuck at the pool for our...
Okay, so here's the rules. Like you guys,
Okay.
you guys have to start each round in an area. If you don't commit to anything major you don't want to commit to anything major at the pool. You're just like you were just here for introduction. Say you want to go to the casino or you want to go back to the dance hall. You have to commit to one location, but you can start one, kind of look around, and then go to another one. But as soon as you've kind of committed to doing something, you're stuck in that room.
Okay, that is the information I needed. So I am going to grab Smalls by the hand. I'm gonna run up to Malin and Maddie, and I am very loudly going to whisper, "Hey, I think we're gonna go get some games in. I think there's a lot of people around here who totally would love to play games, you know. And if I can make some distractions, I think we'll have a wonderful time over there. So we'll catch you guys later. We're gonna go try and make us some money, and then I'm gonna wink, and drag Smalls off to the casino, unless Smalls has a protest."
Smalls is going to look at Quinn. He's going to look back at the father and go, and just recollect on that conversation, 5,000 gold for his son.
Mhm.
He's going to look at him, think to his coin purse, and go, yeah, let's go to the casino.
All right, they can do whatever they want at the pool. I've got to figure out what I'm doing at the casino. There's a lot of reading.
All right. Yeah, everything is posted for the rules. So we'll switch over to the casino. We'll go over those here in just a bit. But okay. We still have Monroe, Drew, Maddie, and Malin over here at the pool. What's going on?
I want to go to that gazebo.
Okay. Maddie, you tagging along?
Yes, I am. I'm going to embarrass her a little more.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are still like Quinn has taken her little cadre of followers. Like, there's still people like gathering around. Like, you guys are almost like, depending on how well you do here, it seems like you're kind of getting like a little gathering of people following you around. It's like it's the most popular people at the party type thing. Depends on how big of a group you got. But Maddie, Malin, nobody's really following you, but everybody's definitely, most of everybody's just kind of watching you and giving you an eye. You are definitely putting on a show. You're just not quite sure of how much positivity that show has right now.
Mhm.
But you guys are over to the gondola that has the big crowd gathered around that you can hear the music strumming away. But it's done up in this like kind of like weird Greek architecture, but it has like this like heavy metal gothic vibe to it. Like these like white pillars going up, leading up and holding up the canopy of the gondola, but there's these like weird like little fucked up gargoyles that have googly eyes, and they're just like holding up this crooked ass canopy. There is a spicy smell in here. There's also like a lot of like hookahs and just a big like cloud of smoke going on here. The music is jamming out. It has a different vibe than everywhere else in the party. It's still that same kind of like debaucherous and yeah, we're having a good time in here, but yeah, our flavors are a little bit different type thing. But inside there's a bunch of like sitting couch, like little square sitting couches and like weird like beanbag setups. It almost has like this kind of Middle Eastern inside of a nomad's tent thing going on. And right at the center, you guys kind of like move your way through. You don't really have to push or anything, but kind of people are getting a little bit out of your way. there's a bunch of people in here. There are belly dancers. They are done up in gold. And kind of at the heart of all of this thing, though, you see a half-orc that is just kind of like splayed out. He's sitting back on a bunch of comfy pillows. And he also has like this giant axe. It is literally an axe that has strings going through it. And he is jamming out this music and just going to fucking town and laying out this weird salty metal vibe, and these dancers are enjoying themselves. He has on this, it's a very plain bronze mask with not a whole lot of features, but it has these like little horns at the top, and he's statuesque, broad of shoulder. He's got even under this mask, you can see he's got a big strong jaw. In through the eye holes, you can see that his eyes have this like glowing honey-colored hue to them. His hair is like, it's washed, like perfumed. It has like these intricate braids, delicated with like beads and baubles. He has a beard that protrudes underneath the mask as well. It's well maintained and square. But he's got like a kind of like a comfy shirt thing going on. Like I guess you could say, like a Margaritaville type vibe to the whole thing. It's like he has like goofy colors and everything on display. He is powerfully built, but his midsection is extremely soft. Like, he's built like a warrior that obviously loves cold beer and cheeseburgers.
Right. Okay. Can we hear like the conversations that he's having with the people around him?
Oh, he's not having a conversation. He is like just
he's
jamming out.
playing music,
He's just
right.
playing music and enjoying his time.
Are there people dancing?
Oh yeah,
Around?
they're enjoying the belly dancers. Like, it's more of a, he's putting on a display with these belly dancers, and like it's like you get the vibe like this is his space.
Mhm.
And if you want to join in, join in. You know, come on in. Weather's fine.
I want to join in.
Okay. Are you trying to like get his attention? What do you want to do in this space? What are you doing?
I think I would probably like try to dance the same way that the belly dancers are,
Okay.
seeing if I can.
All right. Gonna try and mimic the belly dancers.
Could I
Okay.
use acrobatics for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think acrobatics would be good. Matt, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to use my strength this time, which is not performance, but I would love some acrobatics. So it sounds like it is right up our alley. I think that I can really make a splash here.
Okay. Yeah, the guys, the performance and stuff was just for like introductions. Like, that's a little hard to justify any other skill here. We are now in the stage of the party. If you want to do something or put on display or go nuts here, use any skill that you want. Use any ability, spells. I want to see some creativity. You're only limited by your imagination of what you want to do.
Okay, I got a total of 22.
Okay.
Oh gosh, where's the thing? I want to. Is there like, I'm trying to think of the word. Is there like a slightly elevated area nearby, like in that area that's like because what I'm thinking is like using the manta glide to kind of like get me in the space.
Okay. Not really. You're kind of just under a canopy here, but you can jump up on one of the small couches and like glide over. You have a little bit of space. Yeah, it's like you're underneath just kind of a big tent right now.
I think I'm gonna save that then for maybe something later.
Okay. But on 22 acrobatics, definitely great. Maddie, what are you doing? Adding to this.
Yeah, I'm also going to be utilizing the ballet dance, which I guess I don't know how it looks with chains on everything, but I'm gonna make the best of it for sure. And only one hand, so let's see. 16.
16. So we got 22 and 16. So we're at what, 38 altogether?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Maddie, with a 16?
I think that I'm going to be trying to do like aerial stuff as well because I have wings on, but I'm not actually using them. So just kind of like going with the show for it. So trying to be in the air as much as I can, just really high up.
Just a second. All right, 38 and all of that, you guys definitely, Malin, I'm going to say you just kind of work your way in. You start trying to like mimic the way that the belly dancers are going, and you're mimicking their movements. On a 22, effortlessly. You actually kind of glide your way in, walking, of course, into the middle of them, and it takes you only a quick couple of seconds, couple of beats as you kind of get everything down, get the rhythm going, get the dance going. And in fact, after a few more turns, you're actually kind of leading this little cadre of these belly dancers as they all kind of like circle up around you. Maddie, what did you say you were doing?
I was just playing into the themes of my wings and trying to be as much in the air as I could. Not actually using them though.
Okay. Maddie, you actually find like a small like rope, kind of like crossbars up at the top of this thing as you kind of like gently glide. You'll fly up with your wings and grab onto it, and you're kind of like almost like chandeliering above them, and you put your feet up and then come down using your wings and splaying it out and doing this like magnificent, majestic display and helping out with the dance number here. Like I said, the belly dancers all circle up on you, Malin. You have everybody's attention in this room as you look over, and the half orc that is like playing the music starts to pick up pace a little bit and starts testing you. And on a 22 and a 38 of all you together, like he goes a little faster, goes a little harder. No, you keep up the pace perfectly. And that immediate that icy vibe that you guys got when you first entered the party has definitely turned from a point of like, oh, we're watching a freak show to we're watching like an avant-garde art display, and everybody's like they're not like oohing and awing, but they are definitely like soft clapping, and like the looks of reverence have definitely changed to far more positive with this display.
Good. All right.
But yeah, the half orc, all of a sudden the song finishes up and he kind of like he just kind of like thrums his thumb across the chords and stops the song, just gives you a little nod and kind of like puts his arms out and welcomes you guys like a place to sit.
Okay. I will sit.
Same.
Everybody starts like joining up and gathering around. You kind of like mingle and conversate for a little bit. He kind of lifts up his mask a little bit every once in a while to take a sip of something or a small bite of something. Yeah, he's definitely got a pair of like pointed, elongated teeth jutting underneath his long jutting out jaw. This man's definitely a half orc of some type. Real quick, we're going to shift over to Monroe. Drew, you guys doing anything?
I'm gonna go to that bar
Okay. What are you doing with the bar?
because I see someone that might help me get some more information.
Okay.
I will not be as crazy as I was before.
Gonna go talk to Baby.
Yeah. I have my mask on though, right? And
Yeah.
the gestures thing, like what he. It's role playing stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna continuously have like just those like electrical fingers and like all that stuff, and I'm just gonna prop myself up at that bar there and be like, ah, all this awesome power just making me thirsty. Do you have anything that would be cool that would just like really liven up my mood a bit even more? Because I would love to really show you how these sparks fly.
Are you talking to the bartender or are you talking to Baby?
Yeah.
Yes, which one?
I thought Bebe was the bartender.
No, Bebe is here attending as a guest. He is not a bartender. He owns a bar back at Opus Day. So you're asking Bebe to make you a drink?
No, that's not what I. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
Mordro saddles up to the bar and kind of like does that long like back stretch with his elbows up on the bar, like it does this little introduction and like as Bebe in his his ridiculous get up looks over and kind of gives you this like strange like sideways look. He has that Vincent Price like thin little pointy mustache going on, and he just like puts his hands up to his lips and he's about to say something, and the actual bartender comes over and like he immediately like tries to position himself between you and Bebe, and it slides you over this like electric blue kind of fizzy drink. It has like a little bit of a pip to it. I guess he's quickly shoving
a little bit. Like I had open arms towards Bebe, but then the bartender, and then I'm gonna just like, can I do like a deception roll, like a performance based, and be like, yes, see, I was talking to the bartender, but.
Give me a deception roll, yeah. So you're gonna need to on this. I'm gonna need you to beat at 18 though, to smooth things over.
Oh no. Oh no. I did a 9 on that one.
9.
So it's half. It's at
You
least
want to
half.
you want to use what you had? You bought the expensive gear. Oh no, you didn't because you.
No,
stole
I
it.
did not. No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not.
On a 9, you lost by 5 or more. Bebe immediately kind of grabs his drink and gives you this like, ugh, like look as he immediately takes his drink and leaves the bar and like leaves your immediate vicinity.
And I'm just gonna continue to have my arms like splayed out a bit, and then go over to the bartender and just go. So what's in this drink?
He immediately like grabs an extra shot from behind the bar and just like pours it into it. Just drink, kid.
Cheers, and I'll just take it and I'll sit awkwardly at the bar by myself and try and like on my next go around like do a perception or something of if there.
You say that, and Drew, what are you doing right now?
Wait. Sorry, I didn't want to cough directly into the mic.
You're okay.
I would say Drew was probably following Maddie and Malin, just like to kind of see where they were going, but I don't want to cramp their style.
Okay.
So watch them dancing, and then once they sit down, I'm gonna head back out to like the main part of the pool. I want to clarify something. Is her name Drusilla or Prusilla?
Prusilla.
Okay, with a P. It's the same letter when it's written down. So I'm looking for Prusilla.
Okay, you're clocking for the princess.
Yeah. Somebody's got to tell her Chiron's dead.
Okay. On just a base investigation, she is not out here at the pool, and you don't recall seeing her anywhere in the dance hall either. But you do know several people at this party who might know where she's at.
Yeah, can I ask somebody?
Sure. Do you want to go try to talk to Polly? Do you want to talk to who? Do you want to talk to?
I don't know. Who did I recognize?
You recognize Bebe. You recognize Major Domo Logain. In the pool area, at least.
Yeah.
You can, if you haven't committed anything, you can kind of make your way back to maybe the dance hall or go check out the casino.
Yeah, I'll go check out the casino.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Okay. That is a nat 20, 21.
Nat 2021. As you kind of like looking around, it's like it's almost like that golden rule in like when you're walking around a major city, always look like you know where you're going. You look like a tourist at this point. You were kind of like looking around. You have no idea who you're kind of looking for or what but you're as you're looking around, you kind of start making your way away from the pool and towards the casino area. Though somebody reaches out and tries to smack you on the ass. And you immediately clock it, like your little spidey senses go off, and you reach back and you grab this wrist on a nat 20, and you crunch down real hard as all of a sudden somebody goes, and you look back, and there is this group of like the saltiest looking like they almost look like pirates, and they are just kind of like gathered around here. They don't look like they committed a whole lot to a costume, so to speak. They have like some shitty face paint on. They look like they may have like their best pair of like weird trousers on. But these guys are tattooed, nautical tattoos all over the place. They look like the saltiest of sailors that you can possibly imagine. And one of them just tried to smack you on the ass.
Do any of them look familiar at all?
Not particularly. Roll me a history check.
That's a 6.
6? Your blood immediately begins to boil pretty harshly. You kind of don't really clock too many of them, but the one that did try to smack you in the ass that you have now either wrist by, he is not familiar in the slightest. He is like kind of like crouched down in pain. He's down on one knee right now and just going, calm down, honey. Where are you going in such a hurry? He's missing some teeth. He has like that weird greasy look like somebody who hasn't washed their hair in like 6 months, but has tried to comb it back to make themselves look presentable.
I'm going to lean down, and I guess this would be, can I roll intimidation, or should I say what I'm going to do first?
Hey, roll intimidation. Go nuts.
Oh, I want to hear it first and then roll and see.
Okay,
Well,
let's hear it first, and let's see if it's
Okay.
good enough to get like inspiration or something. Or not
Okay,
inspiration,
so I'm
advantage.
gonna. He's down on his knees, right?
Oh yeah, he is at your mercy.
I'm gonna pull him back up by his wrist and grab onto. Does he have a shirt on?
Yeah, it's like this. What could be considered a shirt?
I'm gonna grab onto his collar and pull him real close
Ooh.
and say, "Listen here, handsome. I don't know how the hell you and your folk got into this party, or how you got the audacity to think that you could touch me. But why don't you keep your paws to yourself?" And I'm gonna push him back down on the ground.
Oh, okay. Roll me intimidation. Let's do okay, with advantage. Let's see what happens. Beat a 15.
I got a 16.
16. You shove him back down to the ground. It's like, like all of the group immediately begins like laughing hysterically at their friend, and it's like they're not even like angry at you in the slightest. They think this is the funniest goddamn thing. But on that, and you shove this person down, and you kind of like you get like a couple claps and a couple's like yeah from a couple people that are like outside of this group that watch this whole thing go down. But you immediately clock somebody standing behind you, and it's a bit of a looming shadow. But they smell magnificent.
I'm gonna turn around.
You should be nicer to my crew, baby bear. Standing in front of you is the most like magnificently appointed, like ridiculously good-looking Triton that you have ever seen and have seen before. Their body is like ridiculously sculpted, like it's made out of coral. They have like these coral tattoo designs on their shoulders. Their hair is this like almost like bright pinkish kind of hue to it. He has a long braided eloquent beard, long tied back like dread-like hair that is just littered with like golden rings and coins. And he has like this like belt ensemble on that like drapes down to almost kind of like it's kind of like a leathery gladiator's kilt, and it has this like golden skull on it and gold cuffs, gold rings around his arms. And I will post art in the Discord. And I will say, Drew, you do know this person.
Mm-hmm. Drew's gonna try to like control his face and not just absolutely start smiling, and he's gonna they're gonna like lean back and cross their arms. Mal, when did you start hiring such lovely people?
It's like an outreach program, you know? You bring on people with potential, you give them a little training, bring them up in the world. Sometimes they need an extra lesson in manners, and he walks over, and the guy, like this person that you shoved out on the ground, kind of like starts like smiles up at this person, and like puts his hand out to like have him help him up, and the big guy just immediately slaps his arm away, slaps his hand away, and he immediately like kicks down on his chest and just like punts him down to the ground. And the rest of the crew gets immediately quiet and reserved. See? Sometimes just need a lesson in manners. But I do find it strange, because I remember you did like a good pat on the butt every now and then.
Not from a stranger, usually.
What are you doing here, baby bear?
I got invited.
You got invited. You've come up in the world. I guess I was right to kick you off, huh?
Ooh! Drew's gonna look so fucking mad. I don't know if his face can get red since like his blood doesn't pump, but they're gonna look so angry for a second.
Still cute when you're angry, you know that, right?
Fuck off, Mal.
Yeah.
I found another crew.
What are you gonna do? Turn into a bear? Gonna come at me again? Didn't work
I
out too well
might.
for you. Didn't work out too well for you. Well, I take that back. It worked out pretty good last time, but
Are you itching to fight again?
I'm always itching to fight.
Come on, Mal. You want to talk like that in front of your crew?
Maybe we could go somewhere else and talk too.
Is morning vicinity?
Absolutely. You definitely clock this.
I was gonna say, I'm not that far off, because I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
Can
you
I
clock all
like,
this going on.
link up behind Drew and be like, Drew, what's your plan?
Give me a sneak check.
Okay, cool.
You're only trying to hide from Drew, I assume.
I'm at 28.
28. Drew, you are fixated in conversation on your passive. You don't clock Monroe sneaking up behind you. So what do you say, Monroe?
Yeah, we should run!
What? Oh, what the fuck?
What's your armor class, Monroe?
16?
16?
Yeah.
You immediately get punched in the fucking face. This guy reels back and just cold clocks you as soon as you come up and like do this like ha and like sneak up behind Drew. Who's your friend, Drew? And you get cold clocked right in the fucking nose as you go stumbling back a little bit. It's not like it's not like somebody's trying to break your nose, but they definitely got your attention. It's almost as if somebody backhanded you, but in a punch. And you go to grab your nose, and this guy has just punched you. Now that was rude too.
Yeah, we haven't had much luck with that one, teaching him any manners.
Oh.
Drew, oh goddamn, Drew. Luck with me, dude. We're pretty close, dude. What the fuck? You just let him punch me like that?
Hey, you snuck up on me.
It's what I do. I'm born.
Should I give you two a moment, baby bear?
No.
Mm.
Let's go talk.
Is this your new boyfriend?
Ooh, Drew's
Sorry.
gonna look real angry again.
Sorry. You're a new crew, as you said.
Part of it.
Part of it? Can't take a punch real good, can he?
No, he can. He is annoyingly good at other things. In a fight,
His eyes get a little fiery when you say other things. Oh, he's good in the fight. Is that a fact? He's looking right at you, Mornrow.
Oh, I'm free to speak now? God. Yes, I'm really good at a fight. I'm a fucking champion. Ah, shit.
Mornrow, you gave up your sword when you came in here. But as soon as you say
Okay.
champion, you clock something in this guy's eyes that went from slightly annoyed to very intrigued. Kind of gives you like an up and down, looks at your chest, looks at you. Champion, huh?
Take a big bow, one and the same. My name is Morn. Mornrow.
I don't give a flying fuck. Boy, I
Oh,
really don't.
remember me.
The rest of the group, like the rest of his crew, starts gaggling, like laughing too. But they're doing like that kind of like nervous laugh, like when your boss is laughing, you're supposed to like laugh along, like. Baby Bear, how about we you want to get a drink?
yeah, absolutely.
Let's go get a drink.
And I'm gonna sit next to the crew members.
Okay. How are you going about that?
I'm gonna turn to them, give the same bow that I did to the bosses. I assume they're about to part ways, and they'll be like, "Let me spin you a tale. Do you mind if I sit next to y'all and spin one?"
Oh, you're asking politely?
I'm asking the crew.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
18.
Nice. 18. There's plenty of room for you to sit down. They don't exactly stop you. They don't exactly tell you no either. So.
I'm gonna take a big swig of this new, like, lightning type drink. Be like, alright. And then I'll start talking to him.
All right. Who wants to resolve their thing first? Drew, do you want to have a conversation, or Monroe, do you want to hang out with the crew?
I'm gonna let Drew go into their conversation.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do rolls to see how my persuasions are gonna go for spinning tails.
Drew, you make your way over with this person and over to the bar. They just kind of saunter up and they just kind of give a little wave to the bartender. Who immediately comes over and serves them, but does not serve you.
That's okay. Can I ask for something like with no alcohol? I know.
Bartender's giving you this like real weird look. Kind of like reaches under and just like dunks a glass into the ice trough and just kind of gives that to you. Waves his hand over it and it melts down to water.
Oh, thanks, man. My favorite.
Yeah. You don't exactly seem like you're fitting in here. You mean, you look like you fit in here. Don't get me wrong. You look like all the rest of these fucking people.
Oh, is that a compliment or not, Mel?
You want to take it as a compliment? You take it as a compliment.
I just wanted to look pretty.
You don't need to dress up to look pretty, Baby Bear.
Did I do something wrong?
And coming here, yeah, probably. These
No.
fucking clowns. You talking about why you you talking about why I kicked you off, huh?
Yeah.
You remember when I found you?
How could I forget?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kicked the living shit out of you. I was gonna make a rug out of you.
I still could.
Drape you in other ways. No. See, I found you out there. And then you transform back into you. Look a little different, by the way. We'll get to that, but yeah, you could read a map. Yeah, you could look, you were helpful, but you don't belong on a ship. What are you gonna do? Stay and be my pet? What kind of life would that be, huh? You had shit to figure out, so I kicked you off. You weren't gonna figure out anything staying with me.
I didn't feel like I had any more to figure out when I was with you.
And what about now? The eye, the look. Looks like you're figuring some shit out now.
I'm more confused about who I am than I ever was. And I've learned so much.
Good. Then looks like I made the right decision.
Sure.
Okay. No hard feelings then. Besides, you got your new crew. And your
Yeah.
annoying little boyfriend over there.
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna pan out.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of the Children of Danu?
Children of Danu? It's not a ship or a crew that I know.
I figured not. It's worth a shot.
Listen, baby bear, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go do my thing. We'll catch up, okay? Nice just getting started. We'll talk more.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I know may not be the answer that you wanted, but it's the only one I got for you. I'm your captain. I'm a prince. Hey, maybe I'm even a king. All these things I am for all these people. Just as they choose to say that I am. But for you, baby bear, I'll always be just Malik. Have fun. He slams his drink, puts it back on the bar, and makes his way back over to the pillows. Makes it back over here for Screwway.
I'm gonna turn to the bartender. Actually, can you get me a real drink?
He just kind of slides you a bottle.
Thanks.
Monroe, doing anything?
I'm using this song to base my performance on the character.
What did you do for performance? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm spinning a tale of trying to be like, oh yeah, well I earned this scar and I got this cool stuff, and I'm just doing poses and I'm trying to tell about, you know, our cool name. We are the Eternal Vanguard. You probably heard of us, and just going off on trying to be as boastful as possible in front of these wannabes at the party.
What did you roll for performance?
Oh, okay.
Or what did you, or whatever you're using? Performance, persuasion, intimidation, whatever.
Oh, come on. I don't have advantages on anything, like...
I'll give you advantage on that one. You kind of went into a description. Why not?
That's better. 27.
There you go, 27. Fuck yeah. No, the crew is like the crew warmed up to you a little bit. You're goofy. Like this is a ragtag group of the biggest fucking weirdos that you've ever seen. They warm up to you though. They start trading stories. They're doing the same thing. They're like yanking their pants down, showing you scars on their legs, like big ass shark bites on their ass, like the weirdest, goofiest scars that you guys are getting into this competition. But yeah, no, you're mingling. They're sharing a couple drinks. They're passing around this like weird bottle of like it's essentially grog. It has like a really strong citrusy taste, and mixing it with whatever the hell you were drinking with this like that weird fruity electrical concoction, mixing it two together, it's going straight to your head. You're feeling real good, and you're just mingling it up, hitting it off with this crew. 27, hell yes, I'm gonna write that down. But the big guy definitely comes up. Oops, that got loud. But no, big guy definitely comes up behind you though and takes his takes a spot right in the middle of the crew though, and that looming shadow is now over you.
I'm gonna flex a little bit more and then look up and be like, your crew's pretty cool.
Kind of looks past you, cocks his head to the side, looks at all of his crew. They're all like sheepishly kind of like leaning back a little bit. A couple of them are still smiling, just kind of like this weird electric anticipation of what's to come here. Yeah, I'd say they're pretty cool. What's your name, boy?
I already told you. I am
Yeah.
Monroe, the champion.
I wasn't listening, so.
It's
Champ.
okay. Practice makes focus.
Okay. Champion. Rowboat champion. Gotcha.
Rowboat.
What brings you to the party, Rowboat?
Rowboat. I can. I am here because I was invited. Me and my crew, me and my mercenary fun friends, and I'm trying to like put my chest up a bit and still like do like Superman poses and try and be like all like yeah, I too am stoutly.
You know, everybody in here got invited, right? That's kind of how you get into a party. You're invited.
That's why you see my face. It's really cool.
I figured you were
Drew
entertainment.
really likes his face.
I figured you were entertainment the way you were done up here.
I am very entertaining.
Yeah.
But Drew knows a lot of this, so.
I'm sure he does. He seemed absolutely thrilled with you. Listen, Rowboat, why don't you run along? Me and my friends got something to talk about.
Sure. Talks amongst yourselves, then I'll be at the bar. And when I walk off, I do want to try and do another stealth if I could to try and stay close as I can to this particular table.
Okay. Just before you stealth away, as you kind of like walk past his peripheral, he grabs you by the wrist and like yanks you down to his level as he's sitting down on the stool. And do yourself a favor. I'm trying to have a good night. If you say champion one more time, I'm going to correct you personally.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow, give a smirk, rip my hand away, and just walk off.
Okay. What's that stealth check?
$18.
Not too bad. You trying to stealth back over to Drew?
Yeah.
No problem there. You're able to blend in with the crowd and kind of do this like social stealth type thing as you move from group to group, still doing your little entertainment thing. You don't really have a cadre of people following you anymore, but you make your way back over to Drew. And real quick, all, we are over time, so we're going to go ahead and take our first break.
Sounds
Might be a
good. When
good-
do we get back?
Might be a good simmering point right here. Let's take 10 minutes. You want to come back at, it's 7:41 my time, so we want to come back at 7:50, 7:51.
Sounds good.
Works.
Cool.
If anybody has thought of any songs to add in, please let me know. I am currently re-adding the same songs again.
Okay, should I just send them to you, or can I do it myself?
You can do it yourself if you want. It would be \play, and then the first option is query, and then you'll just put the link in there, and then it'll add it.
Oh, \play and then query.
You just want to make sure that it has the usox symbol on it, because there's another bot that's like integrated into Discord, but I hate it, so we're not using that one.
Okay, that sounds complicated. I'm just gonna send you.
Okay.
I haven't listened to this song in a very long time, so I hope it fits the vibe.
Okay. Play. Paste. Enter. She thinking? Oh, she there.
So, Drew, what the fuck?
Slay Queen. Um.
Well, like, you know, in a Disney movie where I forget what movie it is. I actually think it's Pocahontas. When that
You
guy,
motherfucker, that's not the song I want.
the little guy, he falls into the water, and then doesn't Pocahontas' friend pull him out, or am I misremembering everything? No, John Smith pulls him out.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it was like that.
What's the
So,
name of the
Drew's-
spell we have? The round one spell. Sorry.
Seeming.
Gaming.
Seeming. Okay, thank you. Sorry for interrupting your story. Go back.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So Mal decided he wanted to fight a bear, and he won. So when he beat Drew, he turned back into Drew, and Drew became a part of his crew. And obviously, Drew took a reasonable amount of time to fall in love, and fell in love very normally.
Of course, as he always
Yeah.
does.
Super regular.
Mhm.
And then Malin sent him away because he doesn't belong with him.
I did that? I did
No,
not.
Malik. Mal.
Aha. I see.
Unrelated
I heard
to
Malin, and I was
Malin.
Like, I did no
Well,
such thing.
If you recall, Drew picked out your name.
Huh?
Drew picked out
Oh.
the name Malin.
Uh-huh. Oh! Did you have ulterior motives?
Maybe.
Gasp. Shock
know.
and awe.
Are you so shocked and surprised?
want to go downstairs and get a drink, but I also don't want to go down the stairs.
I know. You gotta roll your dexterity better.
I know. It's real bad right now.
Go ahead.
Hi.
What do you want to drink?
I want some of the chocolate.
Okay. Do you want it warm or no?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I failed that dexterity throw like right at the very end. But hurts. Did I? I did not add this one. I think this one went funky too when I added it. Let's find out. Give me. Okay. Is this the right one though?
Hey, Matt.
No, it's not. I mean, it's so cool, but that's not the right song.
John, do you help for me?
Yes, I did.
Zach.
I miss your voice. That's all. I just.
Ah.
I also didn't realize your
I was,
stream was up.
Yeah, I was about to go. I was going to follow you to the casino, but I think I want to make like this is the only round that Malin gets to be like normal. So I think we're gonna try and perform to make her like the life of the party. I think. Or did we already finish our entire round like, with the pool stuff?
I think that counts as your round.
I mean, is there 3 rounds for each? Yeah, but isn't there like 3 rounds? Not the whole thing for this one set.
Yeah, there's 3 rounds. We opted to the casino because Smalls is going to take second shift with the band. So he's doing that. So we opted to go to the casino. That's why I had to ask Marshall if we could change plans because I didn't realize he was on second shift for some reason. I thought he was on another one.
That's fair.
Hey,
Sorry, I'm.
I'm just glad I got the chance to dance.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that round you're about to change back. I hope we still have some role play time so that you can be normal with everybody.
Well, I do also have my ring, so I can use that afterwards.
Oh, okay.
It's it lets me use disguise self. So I can use that just to not make my weapons look so much like weapons.
By the way, guys, if Marshall's not here, please note I am very not prepared for combat, so let's not do that. I swapped all of my spells so I could use them to gain different advantages throughout this party. And I hope my entrance was like, I've been excited for this.
Like so far, like there's some good impressions going around. It's like Quinn with the 19, Monroe's got a couple of good rolls. Malin and Maddie with your previous ones. I forgot to write those down. It was 38 altogether. It was 18 and 22, right? Or sorry. Yeah, 22 and was it 22 and 18? That'd be 40.
I thought 38 was their total.
Yeah. So what was the total?
Yeah, because I had I think 16 or something like that.
Okay, so 16 and 22 became 38 then. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay.
Yeah.
22 and 16. Guys, I'm keeping track of a lot of different roles and a lot of things going on here, so I've got a ton of stuff that I'm trying to keep track of. But by all means, like if you want to use abilities and spells and try to talk to people and like you're trying to, get things going with different crowds, like reputation's everything. You are kind of mingling among the rich and powerful and fallacious here. So everything does pay off in some form or another. It's like just because you may not make friends with this person or you may not have a good conversation with this person, your roles and stuff all calculate towards other things. So it's like don't be afraid to try something or do something. He's like, I'm looking for creative stuff here.
Marshall, with that said,
Mhm.
I'm going to look for a little input here. Smalls is not the one to attempt to impress people,
Yeah.
but is one of those ones that just kind of naturally impresses with size. How do you want me to ask for those roles? What can I do to... How do you want me to play that one out? Because I know his goal is going to be making sure that Quinn doesn't find herself in more trouble again. And now at the casino trying to earn some money.
I don't want to tell you one way or another. It's like you can do intimidation checks. You can use other skills like your athletics. Like I don't really want to tell you one way or another how to play it.
Well, so I already know I'm going to use athletics when I'm up working for the band and whatnot.
Okay.
But just as a standard walking around, like legitimately, I guess that's where my confusion comes in this aspect is legitimately just kind of following Quinn around and perceiving the crowd and being, as somebody put it, a watchdog, not necessarily a guard dog. You know, he would obviously, people would notice him, but it's not like he's attempting to attract notice, if that makes sense.
So you're trying to like,
I'm not
trying to blend in, not draw. You don't want to draw too much attention.
He's not trying to blend in, but he's not necessarily trying to stand out either.
Oh, okay. I mean, as long as you're not drawing attention to yourself, that's really the thing. It's like if you're rolling to like do performance and stuff, that's what's drawing attention to you. But if you're just there, then yeah, and you're not gonna. You'll find you'll blend in with the furniture, so to speak.
Okay, and that's what I wanted clarification based off of what you were just saying for that reason.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, if you're trying to stand out, use your rolls.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. 7:52, I think. Are we all back?
I'm here.
Bingo.
All right. We got Quinn and
Yeah.
Small. Let's jump back in. We're actually going to shift back over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of the casino stuff now. So Quinn, Smalls, we'll shift over to you guys. The casino. Like I said, it's like probably the one calm place. There's a bunch of extravagant bars. Oh shit, got everything posted here for drinking and stuff. Nice. A bunch of really nice wood, extravagant wood bars. A bunch of bartenders going nuts here. There are various tables here for cards, roulette, all kinds of stuff. It's like just the jingle of coin. First time being in this room though. Who wants to give me? It's Quinn and Smalls. Who wants to give me perception checks?
Smalls would do perception.
Okay.
Perception is a 12.
Okay. Quinn, you doing one or just want to add to it? Or want to give Smalls advantage?
I'll give Smalls Actually, no, I'll just do it.
Okay.
18.
18. Not too bad. Whoa, that went down the wrong tube. All right. An 18 and a 12. So we'll start with this. Smalls, you immediately recognize two people in here. In fact, even on a 12. You recognize Master Foley. His massive gluttonous frame is sitting over at one of the tables, and he is going to town on one of his giant barrels of all that stuff he loves to drink, and he's over there throwing dice and cards and just, hooting it up. He is having a grand old time over there. You also clock somebody else in here that you recognize from a long while back. You only met them very, very briefly, but you do recognize them. I'm not going to make you roll history or anything. This person is Rose. There was the healer that got on board with everybody back when you guys defeated the bugs. She helped you guys stabilize a bunch of people on the boat. She got to talking with Chiron, and she bonded quite a bit with the Princess Priscilla, way back on the boat when you guys were first starting back in Opus Day. You clock her. She is sitting over in one of the corners of the far end of one of the bars, and appears to be drinking quite heavily. Quinn, the only person you recognize in here is, of course, Master Foley, obviously. But you do clock a couple of other interesting people in here. There is a satyr here that is kind of dressed up in like red and black ensemble. like board shorts and like this weird like kind of like half cloak thing going on, and he has a ridiculously tall top hat. You've never met this person, but somebody else might, or somebody else in the group definitely might have. And you also notice back in the corner of the casino seems to be kind of a tapered off area. Looks like a VIP section. There is a whole host of gamblers back there that are done up in not beachwear attire. No. They are done up in like, it's kind of like how Major Domo Logan and the rest of them are out there. It's not military attire, but they are dressed up in like dressed to the nines and like their finest gamblers attire. They have on, long silk coats, button-ups, and each of them is wearing a strange kind of like animal mask. There are horses, there are elk with horns. They are definitely looking pretty interesting over there. But they are definitely over in their own little corner of this VIP section of the casino.
Okay, and well, I hate that I'm so new to the party and don't recognize people. Okay. And is that the only VIP section, or is that just like part of the VIP section? I just clocked this group in there.
Yeah, it's the one that sticks out the most. It kind of doesn't really seem like it doesn't seem like it's the only one, but it's definitely the one that sticks out the most.
Okay. All right. Do you think we can totally earn some coin?
Well, looking at these games here. So as real quick as Smalls is looking around, does Master Foley recognize him?
He has his back to you right now. You'd have to go sit with him at the table.
Okay. Smalls with the revere that he has for Master Foley is gonna want to at least go acknowledge him and say hi. That since they're there, not necessarily sit at that table, but he's gonna walk over, kind of clap his hand on his back. Master Foley, fancy seeing you here.
Smalls, welcome back, my student. You found the one with the big boobs. Quinn.
Hello. It's totally great to see you again.
Ah, yes, you too. This guy showed up. He was all kind of freaked out. He was looking for you. You were missing. What happened?
It's a long story.
Totally
Let's
involved
just be
stalkers
thankful we
and
found her.
cults.
Fair enough. You know what? It's a party. It's not bringing down the vibes. Come on. Hey, join us. Come on. I could use a couple rounds. You want to go?
Actually, Master Foley, I'm looking to do a little gambling myself. What
Come
game are you playing
on.
here?
What do you want? We got cards. We got roulette. We got drinking. My favorite.
I think I'm looking at playing a little cards. Can you point me to the table?
It's actually like he's kind of he takes up like half of this card table all to himself, but it seems to be like cards in front of him. There's a spot where roulette they can just like slide over to one side of this like just this kind of like a gambling circle. You got roulette off to the side. It's connected to the bar, so you can slide over and have a drinking contest. You got to do everything you want right here in this one spot.
All right. So Smalls is gonna saddle up to the card table.
Okay, play some cards. Quinn, you playing?
No. I think I'm just gonna watch. Can I actually roll an insight against the group of people in the mask? Like I'm clearly distracted by this group over there.
Okay. Roll me an insight.
Sweet. That's okay. Not as bad as I thought. 19.
19. Okay. Doesn't seem to be. Just a second. We gotta pull up some stuff here. What sticks out the most, like I said, is these guys look like professional gamblers, and they're all wearing these strange kind of like animal masks. The interesting thing that you see about most of them, though, is they all have a patch on their arms or part of their ensemble that has like this. It's a mermaid with golden fins and a skull for a face, and this like flowing algae-like hair holding a golden sword. I'll post it to chat. For you can make a history check if you want, but it's gonna be difficult.
All right, I will try and make a history check.
If you want to point it out to Smalls, he can help you and lower the DC.
Hey, babes, Smalls. Quick question. Do you see those men over there? The ones in the like totally furry animal masks.
Those ones over there, yeah. Whoa. What
Do you-
about them?
Do you recognize that patch at all? I don't recognize it as any of the guilds or any of the mercenary camps. Do you recognize it?
Roll me a history, one of you. With advantage.
What's your history, Smalls?
Not good. -2.
Oh, right. I'll roll history with advantage. 14.
Not too bad. Smalls. You particularly recognize this. This is the insignia or the banner, what these guys are all wearing, or have it like obviously on display. They're not a mercenary company, so to speak, but they are the merchant military of the free city of Aquarius. They're called Mermaiders. They own vessels and free city holdings and lodges in every major city. They're known for fighting primarily Vikander raiders, those the Viking-like raiders. They use ships, and they're primarily not necessarily a mercenary company, but they make their wealth in the transportation and sale of goods. They're kind of like merchant military, like merchant marines, so to speak. But they do not belong to any of the Trinaborg or Trinamark. They belong to the free city of Aquarius up north. They are their own independent nation up there. Island nation.
Smalls is going to make sure to share all of that with Quinn.
Cool.
Okay, so nothing to be too worried about. All right, let's play games. I think I'm more of a lucky charm. I'm going to totally. I've got a question, Marshall.
Mhm.
You said magic is allowed in other areas. Is magic allowed here?
Seems to be. But you might want to be. I guess you could say this is far more reserved in here, and any outward displays, it's going to be drawing a lot of attention, or
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
definitely not as much as outside. Let's put it that way.
okay. And then in this circumstance, then
Mhm.
I would say I'd like, don't worry, Smalls babes. I totally got you. I'll be looking out for you. The spell I would like to cast is going to be Detect Magic.
Okay. You kind of just. What's the space on detect magic? Like, is it like an immediate area or what?
It is range, area, and stealth. 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
30 feet.
Yeah. Detect magic. It hits off like there is tons of magic at play here. Whether it's the displays, whether it's like the lights, everything seems to be magically enhanced. A lot of people wearing magical clothing, magical armaments, rings, you name it. Like even within the immediate 30 feet of you. Master Foley isn't generating too much magic, surprisingly, but all of the gambling displays, all of the tables, there's a great deal of magic that is radiating from them. Does Detect Magic tell you what kind of magic it is?
It says you can learn at School of Magic, if any.
Okay. It's a lot of conjuration and abjuration, specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I totally think we can win this.
Well, with that, Smalls is going to agree to enter the first game of cards.
Okay. Master Foley definitely saddles up. There's going to be one other player that's sitting at the table that's also going to saddle up. So you're going to do the 100 gold buy-in?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and draw. Quinn, you said you're not playing, right?
I am not playing.
Okay. Go ahead and draw 2d10.
All right. Let's see. There they are.
First player is a bust. 19 and a 9.
With 2d10?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2d10. I wrote 2d20. Duh.
All right, I was real concerned.
Sorry,
I was
that was
like,
my
hang on.
bad. Okay, so first one.
Smalls got a 10.
10? Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. What is this rule about the proficiency with cards though?
If you have proficiency with cards, you can replace 1d10 of your choosing. So, like, say if you roll over and bust, you can choose to re-roll that one.
So I can hold that until I roll the hit, or do I have
Yes.
to hit right now?
No, it's one card of your choice, so you can hold it.
Okay. Because do we roll one more time, or is this it?
No, we roll. It's like 21. You roll until you. I think it's what's the max cards in 21 before you get blackjack? Is it 5 or 6?
I think it's 5.
5. Yeah, it's basically blackjack rules.
Okay.
You said you got
Just like-
10?
That's what it read like. I just wanted to make sure.
You can draw as many as you want.
Okay. That's good. Basically, it goes until 21 or until we hold. Okay. Smalls, Foley, and player number 3. All right, just a second. You got 10. Sorry, I'll try to track all these numbers here and get this thing going for the first time. All right. All right. You hitting?
Smallswell, yes.
Okay, go ahead and you can, like I said, you can have, or how many cards you want. We're not going to go round by one or round by round. Basically, you draw as many cards as you want, and we go from there. I think Alex, how that should work.
Start with 1, I think.
Okay.
16.
Okay, you're up to 16.
Yep.
Foley busts with 24. He does not have skill, so he's going to opt out. Player number 2 does have a 12 and a 19, or player number 3 has a 12 and a 19, which is 21 blackjack.
12 and a 9, you mean?
Well, 12 and a 9. Sorry.
Okay. So they took it?
Yep.
Fuck.
100 gold. Okay. So Foley is out. But you are you did bust out second. Do you want to go to the second game with a 500 gold buy-in?
Sure.
Yeah.
So 100 on that one.
Same thing. 2d10.
Okay.
And you're just one-on-one here. It's a 9 for the mystery player.
And a 10 for me.
10. Okay.
So before the next round, before they hit, I'm gonna casually lean over the table and be like, this game is so interesting. I guess I wish I knew how to play more. Hold on, I have a GIF. There we go. I wish there was more I could do to help. And cue GIF.
Dear God.
You know, maybe give disadvantage to the other player if I've got the right equipment.
Okay.
Or
See what
maybe give advantage to my sleight of hand.
Either one works.
Are you going to try and sleight of hand a different card?
Well, isn't it dice?
Yeah,
Or
we're
are we
playing-
getting cards? Or the dice
the
represent
dice
a
count is card. The dice are cards, so it's like you're drawing a D10, which is like a face card of value of an ace is 1 or a 10, a king, a jack, a queen is a 10, and then 1 through 9, 10, etc., etc. So you're drawing D10s as using it as face cards.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay.
So the second player is going to draw another card. That is an 8, brings him up to 17. He's going to stay.
Smalls will roll. 10 for 20.
20. Fucking A, you take it. 500 gold. So right now, that was a 500 gold buy-in, claim all of pot. So you lost 100, but you're taking 9 out of this now. So, yeah, you're at 900 gold. Do you want to buy in with an additional 100 to go to the 1,000 gold?
Well, I'd be at 1,000. I'd be plus 500 right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I already subtracted the 500 or the 100 earlier.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep track of this as we go through.
Okay. Do you want to stay with your winnings, or do you want to buy in for a bigger game?
Oh, we're gonna go again.
Okay. 0 against them. It's 2,000 into the pot. So 2,000. All right.
Damn it.
Wait.
There we go. Sorry.
You're
Roll.
good.
There we go.
Rolling.
And I'm going to re-roll that 1 here. So I have currently at 6. I'm going to re-roll I got a 5 and a 1. I'm going to use my advantage there and re-roll that, and I got a 2. Yay!
So what are you at?
7.
7. 7 to 7. He also rolled 7. He's going to draw. Oops. He's going to draw 2 cards this time. $14 and 7. He is at 21.
Fuck. Do I get to roll to try and meet it?
Yeah.
I'm going to do 2 as well because I have to. Oh, and I'm over by 1.
Do you have proficiency with your cards to re-roll?
You already redrew one.
Okay. Understood.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Almost had
I'm
it.
out of grand.
Okay. Well, you won 500 the last round, so technically you're only out 500.
I'm out 600 because I lost the first round.
That's true. Okay. Want to try roulette? Want to try drinking? Anything like that?
No, not at this point.
Well, we should totally try and get a drink. You know, it makes everybody feel better.
Fuck it, let's get a drink.
Heck yeah. Totally.
Smalls
makes
is
it
going to go
way
over
better.
to the drinking stage.
You guys just grabbing a drink?
No,
no,
I'm going to go
drinking
straight to the
tournament.
drinking game. Let's do the drinking game.
Okay, we need 3 or more people to play the drinking game.
I'll totally join up, and I think
So-
Master Foley should totally join us for this. This is the kind of thing he lives for, right?
Okay. So, yep, we need 5 players. NPCs required. Okay, so we actually need 5 players for this, so I will bring in 2. I'll bring in Master Foley and 2 random players. Okay?
Perfect.
All right. Top Shelf Booze is 100 gold per bet. Miss the DC by 5 or more, get advantage on the next roll. Beat it by 5 or more, gives advantage on the next roll. Miss any DC by 10 or more, and you pass out, unable to drink further, and forfeit all bets. Is everybody clear on the rules here?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. So everybody's putting in 500 gold for the pot. I need to pull up Master Foley's Constitution here real quick.
Why do we have to pull in Master Foley? That's fucked.
You need 5 people to compete.
Yeah, but it's Master
Well-
Foley, whose constitution of drinking is probably like plus 20.
You did call in Master Foley, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
did
Quinn.
He's
Thanks,
he's totally generous. Don't you worry about it.
All right. Where is it? There it is. All right.
We're here to have fun, remember?
Okay. DC is 10. Master Foley is going to roll first with a 30.
With a 30?
Oh no.
Foley
I have made a
Smalls.
mistake.
Quinn. Player number 4. Player number 5. Okay. And I'm just going to roll these 2 guys straight and give them I'll give them a +2. That is a 18 for the first one. And the next guy.
This is going to go so bad.
We got this. Don't worry about it.
And that is a nat 20 for the other guy. So 22.
And
Smalls.
you said it's 10 to beat?
Yeah, just got to be 10 first round.
Just meets it, beats it.
Smalls passed out.
I got 10.
You got 10?
I got 10.
Okay, Quinn got 10. What did you get, Smalls?
Smalls smelled the alcohol and apparently blacked out.
Hold on. That can't be right. There's no way you got a 3.
I got
You're
a
a barbarian.
nat 1.
No.
Hold on. Isn't it it's a saving throw though, right?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, okay. you
Oh, I
the
rolled
wrong
a
thing.
regular throw.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, Constitution saving throw.
I was like, he has like a +5 or 6. Hold on.
I was gonna say, even if you get a nat 1, you should still have something. But
I lose. I'm a 7.
Got 2.
damn,
Rough.
Fuck you,
Alright.
Matt.
Smalls
pass out,
is.
though.
You didn't pass out, but you are the low man on the totem pole here.
Oof.
Okay, we're going to the next round. So progressing. Quinn, are you wanting to stay in?
Yeah, I'll stay in.
Okay. It is now up to a 1,300 gold pot. This is each round. Yeah. So you need to put in another 100 gold. Do you have it?
Yep, I do.
Okay. We will roll. Go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw. We'll roll Foley's. That is a 28.
Smalls is not blacked out. He can keep going. It wasn't worse than 5.
You were still the lowest one. The
Yeah.
lowest person is taken out each turn.
Oh, are they?
Uh,
Fuck.
Because
that
the
one-
top 4 progresses the first round, top 3 progresses the next round, then the top 2, and then you have your overall winner.
So I'm out 500 again.
No, you're out 100. So you dropped out the first round. So all bets are doubled the second round. So Quinn, you need 200 gold to put up the next round. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Maddie.
14 plus 2, 16.
16. Nice. Okay.
Ah, shoot, drop my dice.
The other 2, I'm just going to give them a +2s. That is a 9. Player number 4. And the DC is, DC is 15 this time, so you did beat it. And 19 for that one. So player number 4 is out with 9. So Quinn, you can back away with your winnings, which is, I believe, you can go away with 300 gold right now, or you can keep going.
You got this, girl. Keep going.
All right, we'll keep going. DC's 20. Okay.
DC's 20 this time.
All right, let's do this.
You gonna do it?
Let's do this.
All right, bring it. Okay, it's 400 gold for this round. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 400 gold for this round. Oh, hold on.
It doubles each time. So the pot this time is going to be, so it's 500 gold is the pot for this time. That was 1,300 gold. So it'll be top 3 this time. Yeah, this is determining top 2. So we're at 2,500 gold.
Okay. Hey,
So you
Smalls
need-
babes, I totally think I've got this.
400 gold.
Can I borrow as soon as I find my inventory? Can I borrow like 400 gold? You'll
Smalls
totally
is
get
gonna
it back,
think-
I promise.
Smalls is gonna think about it for a minute. Yeah, I'll spot you. Let's get this.
All right, let's totally do this. All right. Down the hatch, boys.
Smalls is gonna also look at Foley and be like, just kind of give him that look of, come on, man, I need some help here.
All right.
Holy crap. Okay.
We're at DC 20 for this one. So, pot's all up. We're all good?
Yep.
Okay.
21.
Roll. You got 21?
Got 21.
Holy shit! Okay.
I was gonna use
I'm
my
gonna-
advantage, but that worked out. All right.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll for player number 5 real quick. That is a 7 altogether, or 9. So he misses it completely. He misses by 5 or more. He actually misses by 10 or more because it's 20. So yeah, player number 5 is out. So Foley meets it at 20. He rolled a 9.
He meets it at 20 by rolling a 9.
Yeah,
I barely
Foley's
beat it at 21 with the 19.
Okay. So here's the point. You can back out at this point, and you can walk away with. You can split the winnings, or you can go all in for the overall winner. It's the 2,500 gold pot. If you want to go up against Foley, the DC this time is 25.
Smalls is gonna kind of lean in. Listen, Quinn, I have all the faith in the world in you. I know him. Split the pot.
You know, you're probably right. I'm totally getting like a little lightheaded here. I think I might be done for drinking for the night, or at least for a little bit. Gotta
I
keep
think
it
that
real
makes
top
a lot of sense.
I can't beat a 25.
Well, technically, you just have to beat him because you're at the top 2. The DC is 25 to not pass out if you miss it by 10 or more.
He rolled a
Quinn.
9 and almost beat me. I'm not gonna. No.
Quinn, look at the size of him.
No, I'm totally good. We'll try some drinking later.
He was drinking, as I say, he was drinking barrels when we walked up, and he's playing a drinking game and still winning. Let's split the pot. That makes the most sense.
You're totally right.
Split the pot?
Yes. Split the
Okay,
pot.
you can walk away with 1,250 gold.
All right.
You guys have a positive enough reputation with Master Foley. He's like, he has no problem splitting it. He laughs a little bit, but he just kind of goes back to what he was doing. He was looking forward to another round. He loves his competition. The guy loves to fight, obviously, but no, he's more than you guys are positive enough with him. He's more than happy to split it with you. But he does want a rematch later on.
Master Foley, when the smell of alcohol doesn't knock me out, I'm happy to rematch you. But apparently, it is a rough night for me.
Yeah, see, you're all excited. You found your pretty friend here. Yeah, she's all looking super intoxicating. Yeah, fine, whatever. Just come back later. We'll play again.
Oh,
I still owe you that fight too. Don't think I've forgotten.
Yeah, goddamn! He slams his fist down the field. You're damn right. I have not forgotten.
Smalls is just going to nod with reverence and acknowledge him.
Thanks for the games. It was totally fun.
Does that get like above the table? Does that kind of give you guys an idea of like the card games and drinking? Roulette's obviously pretty self-explanatory too. With like you're basically betting on numbers 1 through 100. You can get cash payouts depending on if your number does roll, then you get to roll a d20 and you can multiply your bet by that amount, and that's how much you win. So betting 100 gold on any number and then rolling a nat 20, you can win 1,000 gold. But the odds, the odds are high. Or odds are bad, whatever you want to call it. Does that make sense for everybody?
That makes sense.
Cool. All right. With that, we're actually going to shift back over to... is there anything you guys want to do in the casino anymore for this round?
No, I think Smalls at this point is just going to kind of look at Quinn and go, appreciate you entertaining me with trying this. I really need to earn some gold, but that wasn't the way to do it. But I'm glad you got some coin.
How much was the winning again, Marshall? 1,250?
Yep, 1,250.
1,250? Okay. Quinn is just gonna give all of the gold to Smalls. Be like, you better keep it. You better keep hold of this though, because people totally get handsy with me, and I don't want to lose it or anything. And she's gonna wink at him. Thanks for all the support.
I will do that, but I'm only keeping what I put in for you. So I'll take that 400, but that other 850 is yours.
I'm gonna put that in our loot, so we just remember to split it later.
Well, with that, I was going to say, I'll hold on to it, but John, why don't you put that in your gold purse and we'll just basically understand you can't spend it without me near you.
Yep.
I'll
Okay.
hold on to it for you, but it is definitely yours. Smalls is not going to accept that as a handout.
That's what Smalls thinks right now. He got knocked out on the whiff of alcohol. He'll be fine.
He's nervous. All right. Okay. So we are good. All right, you're all good in the casino?
Think we're good?
All right. We're going to shift back over to the pool. So we are at the last... This will be the last bits of round 1, essentially. So, is anybody...
So are we done at the stage then?
No, you can roll back if there's something else you and Argus wanted to do.
Oh, okay. No, but this is just, we're at round 1, right?
Yeah, this is round 1. There are 3 rounds to the whole party. So you're getting an idea of like the lay of the land and what everybody's doing. If you want to move away from the stage next round and go gamble or do whatever you want to do, by all means.
Got it. Okay. I'm there.
So is there anything in the casino or is there anything in the club that you want to do before we wrap up round 1?
Nope, we're just helping with the band.
Okay. We're gonna shift back over to the pool then.
I mean, sorry, Argus.
Anything else?
No, not for this round. Unless the band
Wells?
needs more. Unless the band needs more fire, that's all for this round.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what else would you guys like to do to help out the band this round? You guys have already beat the 50, so you have one round of rousing success. But is there anything else you want to do for yourselves personally here?
I already rolled perception, so I see who's out there.
You want to use a skill? You want to use a spell? You want to jazz? You want to have some fun?
Yep, having fun, just helping the band.
Is there a lot
Okay.
of lights around? Would you say
Lights as in magical lights. Yeah, it's like
that like
Made
would be
shield.
reflected off of like a shiny sheet of ice if it was encasing a bird?
I have no idea what you're planning on doing here, so I have no way of answering.
So I was going to coat Quaddle with armor of Agathis and just kind of
Okay.
just to coat it in like ice and have Quaddle kind of fly around, kind of like a disco ball.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Roll me
using the
a.
sharp sheets of
yeah.
ice to kind of reflect the light.
Absolutely, dude. Armor of Gathis on Quaddle. I don't mind that. Roll me a performance here. Give me a performance, or what do you want to use to like do this? Do you want to use Arcana because you're using a spell? You want to make it a performance check? What do you want to do?
I could do either or. I have a higher performance though.
Okay, bring it. Do this at advantage. You're using a spell and Quaddle.
So 24, and we're gonna go with 24.
Beautiful. Hell yes. No, you got Quaddle's going nuts, having a hay time. Like this is the honestly, I would say in this moment you're using the spell on Quaddle. You're letting him kind of roam free, and this is like the first real opportunity that outside of like the wide open world that you've able to let Quaddle kind of cut loose. And Quaddle, for what he is, it's just an intelligent creature. It's having fun. It's just going nuts and enjoying the lights. It's surfing its way through all the illusions and just kind of sky dancing, and just like it has this little icy magic flowing through, and Quaddle's just having a grand time. Being free.
As they should be.
Love it. All right. Shifting back over to the pool, we have two sets of conversations. We have Mornroe and Drew, and we have Maddie and Malin. Mornroe and Drew over at the bar, and then we have Maddie and Malin over at the gondola. Who wants to go first?
I'm down.
Okay. You've been welcomed into this this group, this party. It's like, yeah, you charmed your way in, but you haven't done anything else. What do you want to do?
Can I ask for that guy's name?
He just kind of looks at you through the mask and is just kind of like strumming away on his guitar.
You have a lot of talent, and your eyes are very pretty, and I feel like I'd like to know, are you like a performer or something?
Something like that. You know, it's where I come from. It's generally rude to ask somebody their name without introducing yourself first. Don't know about you.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. My name is Malin.
Malin. And how about your fine feathered friend here? What's your name, handsome?
Maddie doesn't respond. He's sitting there with like Malin, like anything.
Okay.
This is Maddie.
I'll give a head nod.
You can relax, big guy. It's nice and chill in here, okay? Look, out there, you know, let these rich assholes play their games, right? Let Polly be Polly. It's fine. In here, be yourself.
Well, if I had a big fatty, I'd be able to be myself right now.
Oh,
And kind of look around as if like I was kind of asking for some drugs.
you partake?
Oh, I kind of give like a surprised look. Oh, yeah, I do actually.
Okay. He kind of gives a wave to one of his one of the other dancers, and they slide over this like giant hookah display. It has like 5 or 6 hoses coming out of it. May not be exactly what you're looking for, but I promise it's got good flavor.
Is he offering it to me then?
Yeah, he's offering you hookah. He takes one himself and like kind of tips up his mask and takes a big ass long drag out of it.
I'm gonna try and emulate and do the same thing. I don't know. I don't even know what I would do as a trick with smoke. I'm all looking at my skills. I don't think there's anything on here.
Malin, do you take any?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
Got it.
DC's only 5. I'll tell you that right now. It's not bad.
Okay. Oh well, I rolled a 17.
Okay. I'll go.
Plus 4.
13.
So 21 total.
21 total. Okay. What you get, Maddie?
13.
Beautiful. You guys both take all of you take a big ass long drag out of this hookah, and it's got it's like a silky, spicy flavor to it, like saffron and cinnamon mixed together, and it hits the back of your throat. And it like that spice hits you, and it almost gives you the urge to cough. But on your saving throws, no, you just take it back, and it immediately hits you in the back, the top of your head, back of your eyes, and you just feel warm sensation, like top of your head down to the tip of your toes. It's like you just took, it's the most calming, soothing sensation that you've felt in a long, long time. But it's clean, and it's not like the shit that you took when you popped the party favor last time you were here at Polly's, Maddie, that made you lose your goddamn mind. No. This is just something to take the edge off.
Oh, this is really good. Did you bring this?
Not really. I mean, it's a blend that I've had some people cook up. I've been trying to, I don't know. There's a flavor there's a flavor back home that I could never quite match here in this place, and it always bugged me. So I've been desperately trying to find that right combination, but this is as close as I've been able to get to it. It's not too bad.
It's just amazing. It is just beyond this world. Where'd you say you were from?
Oh, long way from here, brother. Just like all the rest of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hear you. I ain't taking another drug.
Yeah. What about you there? You are definitely unique looking. I mean, don't get me wrong, Malin, you are a stunning, stunning creature, but I mean that in the best of ways. You don't exactly look like the rest of the folk.
Oh, I know. I am a very unique creature.
Yeah? You won the reservation races?
Yes, I am.
See, that's why you got so many eyes on you here. Not too many y'all here. Most of y'all are brought in as like I hate to say it, kind of like sideshows. Like, ooh, look at the weird exotic creatures of the long forgotten barbarian lands. Like, ugh, God, that fucking attitude.
They try to make it novel.
I know, right? Ugh. The display that you two put on when you came in here, it's like I clocked you as soon as you both came in. I know, just if I could offer you any advice at all, it's just know your audience, babes. Okay. This is a tough crowd.
Yeah.
So what brings you here, though? You're just a fan of good vibes.
We saw a few people that we did recognize out in the other areas, but I liked the music and I wanted to see what was happening.
You got good taste.
Thank you. Where are you from, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, like I said, babe, a long way from here.
Well, that could be anywhere.
Exactly.
You never did tell us your name.
No, I didn't.
Do you plan to?
Maybe. Mystery's more fun, though.
Vague with people.
Mystery's more fun. Let's play a game, okay?
Mm.
We each go around. And we tell something unique. No. Tell you what, we'll make it even funner. We'll go around and we'll try and guess something unique about each
Oh.
other.
I
And if
mean,
we're right,
I may not be the best at guessing.
that's what makes it fun. You could be completely off, or you never know. You might get lucky and guess right.
I'm gonna like glance at Maddie. What do you think?
I think he's the most interesting person here. I'd rather be around here, so let's do it.
I'll warn you, handsome. I'm very perceptive.
I believe in you, beautiful.
Who wants to go first? You know what? Should we add a little fun to this? I mean, we can guess and we can guess all day long, but what are we gonna bet? Come on, we gotta have something. Gotta have something in the pot here.
What do you recommend?
I do feel like you already have something in mind.
I do, but I want to know what you two have in mind. What do you want? What do you two really want?
Mm.
Do we want coin? Do we want favors? Drugs? Come on. What do you want to bet?
I do like the idea of favors.
Okay.
I mean, we could always use coin, but
What do you say there, friend? He's looking at you, Maddie.
I never back down from a bet, so favors it is.
Beautiful.
favors it is.
Think on your questions, and we're going to shift over to Drew and Monroe.
So I was sitting there blasting. No.
Just started blasting.
uh, I'm gonna go up to Drew and be like, so, who's that rock over there?
That is my old captain.
Really?
Yeah.
Strong company you keep.
Yeah. Listen, I wanted to apologize.
For what?
For being a dick to you, Horn. And for leaving you to die. I know it wasn't real, but... Wait, sorry, Lindsay, what did you say?
Oh no, you're good. Continue. There was a weird pause.
I know it wasn't real, but I shouldn't. I'm still mad at you, but I think we can work together.
I still think you're pretty cool, Drew. I mean, shit, you've helped me out in a few different situations.
And I'm willing to keep doing that, but we can be friends. I don't think we want the same thing.
I'm always gonna be flirting up with you. You know that about me. But that doesn't mean that I don't care for you. It's my sights are set to the sea, though.
I don't
And
know.
I think, but I I can do a little tap dance for you. I can do all these other things to make you try and put that smile and
I don't want a performance, Morn.
I'm s- do you want to kiss and make up?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
well,
That's that boat set sail. You know that, right?
yeah, that's what I was saying. We can have one final one if you wanted to. I mean, you're looking pretty. You're very handsome looking and sparkly, pretty shiny. But no, we're cool. Yeah, we're cool. It's cool. Uh, just I can promise you one thing. I am trying not to die. If you can believe that about me.
You know, I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
It's like I promise you that is not it's not my goal in life to die. I can't see myself doing that anytime soon. I try not to, but I feel like I challenge the universe when I say that out loud, so I guess you know that it's not my intention to die because you know what I am. I may have gotten threatened by your captain dude with not saying certain words.
Oh, good.
What?
You
Really
shouldn't
good?
stir up. You shouldn't stir up trouble, Morn.
I'm not.
That's the
I'm
problem.
just.
Is you don't know when you are stirring up trouble.
Do you think that's why I keep dying or almost dying?
Yes.
Oh,
You wouldn't know trouble if it bit you in your ass, and it has. At least twice, by my count.
yeah, at least. Well, I don't want you to try and save me, but I ask you and try and. Is there like a hand signal or a code word or something? Maybe you could help me out as a friend, raising something when I'm about to. It's like to let me know, hey, you're acting a fool. This is dangerous territory or something. I don't have a hard time recognizing the danger.
Hey, yeah, we'll get you a shot collar.
You're gonna shot. Well, okay. I might actually like that. It matches with my jellyfish.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I have a new quest now. Shot color. Bet.
Morn, that might kill you. I'll help you. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way for you anymore.
No. Not asking you to.
Just
But
promise to try to be a little less of an ass. Do you even know why I was mad at you in the first place?
I got in your way.
Got on my way getting to what?
I don't know. I interject myself a lot. Is that it?
No. No, it's not. I'm gonna finish my drink and pat his leg. And I'm gonna stand up and start heading towards the stage.
Cool. Hey,
Okay.
bartender, another lightning drink on me.
He slides you the same one from earlier. This one is a little bit bigger.
Cool.
She kind of gives you this like somber little like nod and understanding.
Cool.
And we're gonna shift back over to. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do here? We're gonna shift back over to Malin and Maddie. Okay. All right. Shift back over. So we're gonna play for favors. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make this a little interesting though. And he motions to one of his other belly dancers who comes over. We gotta be honest. It's no fun if we lie.
Right.
Go ahead, honey. The belly dancer wheels up her hands and she casts a little bit of a cloud or a little bit of a lightning like fane over all of you guys, and you are now all under the you are willingly committing to this. You are under the enchantment of a zone of truth.
Oh, okay.
You want me to go first? Or when do you want to go first?
So how
What's up?
do you win?
We tell the truth.
It's more just a fun little thing so we can.
Yeah, we're not playing for gold. We're not playing for anything like that. We're just playing for favors. We're making friends. Do you want to be friends, Malin?
I do. I feel like you would be a very interesting friend to have.
You seem like you'd be pretty fun too. You too, Maddie.
I'll to show my little one fang and a nod to him.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, it's your game. Why don't you go first?
Okay. You're running from something, aren't you?
Is he looking at me?
He's looking at both of you.
I look at Malin and I nod my head.
I feel
Malin?
like it's more
Hi.
I'm running towards something,
Ooh,
not away.
Yeah. That's intriguing. Go ahead.
I say you're not from any of the major dukedoms, Sylvaden, or Marsenstein.
Nope.
Hmm. I feel like your name starts with a B.
Yep.
Oh,
Maddie has a questioning look on his face. Damn.
My turn. You're a long way from home.
aren't we all?
That's not really an answer, is it?
Hmm.
How far away we are is very relative to the person.
Hmm.
Mm.
He accepts your answers. Not a big fan of them, yeah, obviously, but he'll accept them. You're technically not lying, so.
Mm. I feel like that's more of a obvious statement than a guess.
Say, like me, you're not someone who's generally accepted.
You cut out a little bit there, Maddie. What'd you say? Generally not accepted. You're what?
You're a half orc.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of half orcs here. I'm usually accepted everywhere I go.
Are you looking for something in the city?
He kind of coyly like mocks your voice a little bit. Aren't we all?
That is fair.
You have mommy and daddy issues.
Now, does that one count if I don't have technically a mother or a father?
Maddie says yes. He was talking to me.
Oh no, he's still talking to both of you in all of these questions.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure if it would count for me. Unless that is the issue. Probably
That's your
something
answer?
for me to find out later in the future.
We'll put a pin in that one.
Mm.
Maddie looks around and says, "You're not here alone and cause trouble tonight."
I'm never alone, baby.
Can I roll like a perception on him to see if I can pick up anything else?
Sure, your perception's just like surface level. Like what are you looking for specifically?
Well,
If you're trying to determine something specific, it's going to be perception, insight, arcana. What do you want to do?
can I actually use detect thoughts?
Ooh. Yes.
I only have the one use, so
Okay.
let me. So I at first get the surface level, and then I can focus more if I want to, but he would have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Surface level thoughts. You're just kind of picking up. He has like music going in his head.
Mhm.
Like he is literally like strumming out a tune, and beyond that, though, surface level thoughts. He's just focused in on the conversation. He's eyeball, like he's surface level thoughts. It seems like he's kind of drawing a mental picture of you two. He's remembering your eyes, remembering your faces, your hair, your hands. Like he's literally taking it all in.
Okay. Can I have him roll a wisdom save, please?
Sure. Together, that is a 21. He has a +2 to his wisdom. Yeah, 19.
Would I be able to use one of my rolls to give him disadvantage?
Ooh. Yeah, it works for any roll.
Okay. I would like to give him disadvantage.
Okay. I roll again. Ooh, that is a 9 this time.
Cool. Then he fails, and
Okay.
I can probe a little bit deeper.
What are you looking for here?
Funny enough, I would be looking for like any other things about like his name or where he's from, because that's what stuck out most to me.
Okay. Probing where he is from and his name, it's like he's not really thinking about his name, but in terms of like a memory of where he might be from, you're picturing kind of a castle, and there's a small village around it. There's also like a harbor that's being built off in the distance, like it's brand new, like it's like there's something that's being built, like it had just like there was some kind of you get memories of like flashes of him coming. It looks like they're coming back from a battle. He's literally riding like this black flaming horse, which is metal as fuck. But yeah, you're getting the impressions of wherever he is from, and then all of a sudden you get a great flash of everything immediately destroyed before all of a sudden it dawns on him that somebody is poking around.
Ooh.
Everything that you saw, the castle, the town, you saw like a bar, and there was a bar that has like an insignia of like this skull, but it has like those swirly eyes, like the things you can spin, and it like makes a never-ending circle. Those are the eyes on the skull, but there's no name on it.
Okay.
But everything is completely destroyed. You see everything in complete ruins for a half second before it snaps, and all of a sudden he catches you. But he's not angry. You can just hear the word naughty echoed in your mind.
Oh. Hold on. Where's my dice? There's the dice. Okay, so this next part he also hears in his head, and I'm just gonna go, I was curious.
You could have just asked. We're friends, aren't we?
Are we friends now?
My turn for a question.
Mm.
You're both missing something, like a puzzle piece, like a part of you that's missing. And you found it in each other, that little missing piece.
Does sound very romantic.
He's talking to both of you now.
I'm gonna be blushing really, really hard and trying and like looking over at Maddie and being like, that is a very romantic thought.
Maddie blushes harder than her.
Yeah. Too bad you're both from two completely different puzzles. All of a sudden, this like the night is like broken by this, and all of a sudden you start hearing like some commotion going on towards the back of the pool party, and a little makeshift stage begins like erecting itself magically, and there's a little bit of a master of ceremonies that comes out and says, "Everyone, please gather. Lord Polly will now be instigating and initiating and judging the costume contest. All participants, please make your way to the stage." And that's actually where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
Can we hear that in the other areas?
Yeah, everybody hears it
Okay.
throughout the entire. Yeah, it echoes throughout the entire manor.
Like a big boom.
Okay.
Before everybody starts moving, can I be like, well, it'd be horrible if we were friends and I didn't know your name.
Game's over.
I want to know his name.
He immediately gets up and starts making his way to the costume contest.
Fine.
Costumes.
All
Lauren's
right.
already on the stage. Let's go.
We spent the entire session on the first round, so next session we are going to burn through rounds 2 and 3. We are going to kick it off right away, and next round we're going to basically with round